if they get to the 40-50 minute mark, you know, it could be really easy for them to close out the game from there on out.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how this goes and get it started with a 5-man smoke from both sides. We haven't really seen much fighting, and I do think that this is going to be a little bit of a more chaotic series. It just that seems to happen when you're in region, in specific regions. CIS, when those games are you're on international LAN, you're not playing no ping, and you've got CIS Eastern European players playing each other. That seems to be series that go buck wild. I feel like South America and SEA kind of follow that trend.
No, you're completely right on that. I would really like to ask again. It's probably been asked many times, and maybe get your thoughts on it as well. How do these players feel when they suddenly go from, 100+ ping to LAN ping? Is it like kind of Goku training arc? The ankle weights are coming off. Is it like much easier to play, or is it perhaps even a sort of backsetting them because they're so used to that little delay?
I do wonder if it's similar to Piccolo when you see him for one of the first times he takes off his armor and you're just like, oh my god, Piccolo's strong, dude.
Yeah. Like the weights crush the ground, make holes into them.
Man, I would wonder. It's definitely a good question to ask on the interview. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to text Nomad after this.
Yeah, I think that could be very interesting to hear from.
My good friend Nomi. We'll have to give him an ask. How is I don't think this Earthshaker does well against Timber in this lane.
No, not at all. Like early levels are fine because you can always deny creeps with an enchant. But once you get like level 2 Whirling Death, every time you do that, you take a Whirling Death, and that's pretty much a third of your health gone every time. You can't sustain that.
Do you realistically just hope for Ironwood Tree if you're Dark Mago?
It has been historically one of the best Timber items in the game, so yes.
Because there was that trend of Timber getting it and Wind Ranger getting it. I remember when we were covering China DPC, and 7E loved getting that Ironwood Tree with a mid Wind Ranger and just throwing it down and shackling to it.
We do have to say about that though, it's much easier with Timbersaw to actually do it.
Yeah.
Wind Ranger was so hard. And is so hard still.
Definitely is so hard to pull that off. And we can look over bottom. Sacred, he struggled, I would say, throughout the event so far. I feel like Sacred's got the short end of the stick. It's not been the most fun event for him thus far. Matthew, though, playing another one of those playmaker heroes on the Rubik, can definitely do a lot of damage with this. There are a couple of spells in this game, honestly, more than a couple, that he's going to be really happy with.
Yeah, now Matthew's Rubik is really good. We've seen it many times. It's probably one of his best heroes, if not his best even. Although he's also historically known as a courier sniper. I think, yeah, Rubik fits him very well, and he plays him insanely well as well.
That clockwork was quite a treat.
Yeah, it was. It was beautiful.
It feels like when you see good games like that, I'm just like, ooh, a treat. Like I'm being rewarded. You could be like, all right, B-Cop, sit. All right, here's a good game. Thank you. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I love this.
B-Cop the puppy.
Really. Sometimes Dota feels that way.
Like, if we were all dogs, you would be a really, really cute one. Like,
clip that for me.
I don't know, that sounded maybe weird, but I hope you know what I mean.
No, I do. Oh, I am. But it's just, what a wild sentence. It's 7:30 in the morning for me.
Well, what did you expect you would wake up to?
I have no idea.
Not this question, huh? Well,
a
couple more surprises for you in store.
Oh, no. Top lane. It's looking like a pretty quiet lane so far, but obviously Illich and Knight can get pretty aggressive, I would say. You throw level 2 into the double edge, you scatter blast, cookie, hoof stomp, and have a double edge or two of them, and all of a sudden you're just pretty much dead.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage coming through, but don't underestimate Naga's health pool. She's sitting at over 800, which is kind of crazy at this point in the game.
Definitely kind of nuts. And you say health pool for Naga, but look at the health pool for Centaur. 3.5 minutes in, 2 bracers, 1,200 health. Oh, so
16
stupid.
16 health region. It's great. He's living the life.
Been pretty quiet, as expected. Pretty close overall, though. And I'm trying to think how well both these heroes really do rotate.
Radiant structures.
Yeah, well, Shaker, it's always a little hard to rotate with him early on, especially. But
He's similar to Sniper, right? You TP the lane and you don't walk over.
Haste rule is probably the best you can find. Panda in trouble.
Panda could be first blood and will be first blood.
Yep.
I was talking about Sacred not having the funnest time in this event so far, and he gets first blood even with the Gorgon's Grasp. It was just a little bit too late, and they end up getting the Omni Knight.
Yep.
As 2 in the Purification, it's a
top.
little bit surprising that he ends up getting taken out there, but Purification and his mana pool don't exactly mix too well.
Yeah, he also got a Fairy Fire off and a stick. There was a lot of damage coming through. But of course, Doom, he's one of those heroes. If you stand next to him with Scorched Earth on for the whole duration, it's just an insane amount of damage.
So, Panda going over mid. He'll refill that bottle. Help PP stay in lane.
I'm impressed with PP, to be honest. This lane is not supposed to be this even.
Hey, with Slugger, it feels like you could secure a lot more, right?
Yeah,
Top lane. They will try to go for the Naga Siren. They should have another double edge and should be able to get the kill. Don't even need it. Knight gets Yadomi. Now they can go for Kitaro, but Matthew is here. Telekinesis, throwing him down onto the Snapfire. And that will be stopping that aggression coming through onto the Luna. Kitaro's got to be a little bit careful, and Matthew comes up towards top. However, now we'll see the Naga Siren TP to mid. Matthew should hang around. They'll refill that bottle on Dark Mago, and the matchup staying pretty even as Earthshaker is now level 6.
One more of those enchant totems with an Echo Slam. Yeah,
Especially with Slugger. So, you don't expect the extra damage, but it really hurts.
Gets the rune top though, so he should be fine. But yeah, Shaker at this point can output a lot of damage, especially because Timbers don't really go into the reactive armor anymore. At 1 level is usually where they stop, and they just go full nuke.
Bottom lane Panda again, pretty low. Sacred's gonna dive the tower and will use the Chain Lightning with the Scorched Earth to get the damage out to get this kill. And maybe a little bit of a mispress there going on the smoke. Sacred inside the creep wave and will end up dying tonight. Top lane, they're going for the Centaur. Illich is gonna fall to Kitaro, and it's kills all over the map. Not for the same team,
but both teams. You really had to stop the Centaur too. He's sitting at 600 health, 1600 health already. Triple Bracer and a Chainmail. Like, if you don't stop him, he's just going to deny every creep from the Luna.
And this time's up with the Wisdom Rune, but Panda's going to be here. Does Yadomi want to stay? Now PP comes over and he'll bail. Okay, 1 for 1. Or 1 for 2.
Yeah.
1
and a Shaker TP, which is pretty valuable.
There we go. I got there. So, Kitaro now wanting to get some infused raindrops. They got the Naga Siren coming back. Kitaro, his lane going a little bit better with a kill onto the Centaur, who is back up towards top and following this courier all the way to Yadomi, allowing it to deliver. But back over mid and just waiting for that Echo Slam to drop and wondering when it will come through. He's going to the early Blink Dagger, picks up Treads, then Blink. Bottom lane, though, they've used the Doom. They'll go for the Medusa, trying to get this kill. Panda, though, has that 1 level in Repel in the top lane. They're trying to get the Centaur. They'll kill off Illich. They use that Eclipse. Bottom lane, Doom's going to die here. However, he will take out Costa Bile, and that will be a trade.
Yeah, nice try to save him with the Lotus there, which of course is double effective on a Medusa. Barely died with the last right click. Oh, we have an Echo mid.
3 heroes here, and Echo Slam even committed to this. But
that was very close
really
though.
Do anything.
If he gets a totem off there, I think Dark Mago is actually one dying. But now he's sitting pretty with an Arcane Rune.
It's a little bit rough though. Echo Slam now on a pretty massive cooldown, and I feel like that makes you a little bit vulnerable. If you're gonna sit mid continually and try to farm for this Blink Dagger, they know you don't have your ult.
Yeah, definitely. Like your first Echo, you really want to get a kill, usually, at least, and then farm towards your Blink. But, you know, it was a close call. Just like half a second longer, maybe he gets the kill instead. But very nice rotations by Waska, they're all over the place. Now Timber back mid. Wow.
Oh, that was a lot. That was a big chunk of damage right there.
What is a stack?
Oh, this stack, like, yeah, and he does not have Echo Slam. Like, this is something that you could have done to deter him in this stack, but he is just going to swipe it up. They'll even Fade Bolt it to make sure that he does grab it. And he's got that Twisted Chakram, and they get a lot of gold off that. That is not feeling great, and especially the fact Kataro's also taking a big stack here. He is very happy with the gold he's getting. He's top of the net worth over this Medusa by about 600. Not a lot. With Costa Vila standing bottom and just continuing to farm. But you could see the lead expanding, and that's coming from the fact that mid is behind and the off lane is really behind now by 1,000 gold.
Yeah, I really, again, love Matthew's rotations. Like, if he didn't help with the Luna top, the Snapper wouldn't look like this at all. Like, Centaur would probably be ahead of her even. But him staying there, basically triple A in the Centaur that was kind of getting out of control, made it so that Luna has a pretty free game from now on. Because at this point, she can just jungle faster than she can lane, so she's very happy.
Sorry, my mute button didn't work.
It's all good. Did you also work up a little bit of a cough? It's like flu season, I think.
No, I expected my mute button to work, and I was.
Because I know I got a pretty bad cold right now. Maybe you can hear my voice is a little bit throaty.
There we go. It works now.
Hey, you know what they say about technology. It never works when it has to.
Definitely.
PP is actually pretty close to his Blink, just 400 gold away. So a rotation with a smoke there could be pretty massive. Are they gonna Panda? If you get the Angel off.
Panda, oh,
he just TP's out.
He rose his hands to Doom. Just gonna say that.
Yeah, but we all know doesn't cancel TPs. Of course, he's gonna go a lot of mana back. Yeah, but he's fine.
They're still looking. They're diving. They're
100 gold for the Blink. Oh man, if he had that there and gets a nice TP. I honestly love Shaker. I kind of miss seeing the hero. He wasn't like super big at TI. Usually he is.
Top lane.
Now he has a Blink, and now it's fun time. Time for a 5-man Echo right off the bat.
You'd like to think so. He has to get this delivered. Telekinesis, throwing that Centaur back up in the high ground. Who cares? He's fine. Level 6 though, what did he pick up? He's got Mystic Snake on this Rubik.
Which is an amazing steal. Now, where are they trying to go? Well, there's a Rubik there, but
it's a Rubik there, but is that, yeah, exactly. Is that really what you want? Mortimer's Kiss is even flying through. We'll say PP did hold the Echo Slam, so they do have the opportunity to still go for something.
But it was also the Blink reveal, which is, yeah, less than optimal. But the cores just weren't showing themselves. They were farming really safely in the jungle. They had no option, really. There was no pathway towards them. So, I think they read the game situation pretty well. Like, Shaker was farming for a long time. They suddenly went missing, and they're like, huh, something's fishy. Top tower should be going down. Blade Mail Centaur. Pretty typical with the 4 levels Retaliate, just to farm faster as well. But yeah, still 3k gold lead for Waska.
It's just still extending because Kataro's getting a lot of farm out of the map. And yeah, you get that kill onto the Rubik and you show off that Blink Dagger. You've got some okay farm for PP, but he's behind. Just a little bit on his mid component. It's also the off lane. Doom getting a lot of gold, of course. Reeling in the Centaur. This might be an opportunity to lead them in to go and drop this Echo Slam, but they go to the song. They're going to try and catch the rest of these heroes. It'll be onto the Centaur at least. Dark Mago focuses on Knight. They'll let Knight leave.
Great Mail, though.
And they'll doom this Centaur. pretty tanky hero, but the rest of the team has already bailed on him, and he is going to die.
They're like, well, good luck.
Yeah, see you later. They smoke out right after that, too. They still want more. The net with Reelin just feels like you can really go for kills pretty aggressively, and PP goes in. This is going to be him netted up. And around him is 3 heroes that I'm not sure he's happy to deal with. They've got the repel. They go and use the Guardian Angel. PP trying to survive, but the equip's going to be dropped on a Panda at the same time. They get the kill on a PP. They'll look over as Dark Mago's on him. Chakram, a kill again for Kitaro. 4,000 net worth lead here for Team Waska.
That was such a good movement. Like, they kind of thought Naga's by herself, because they didn't expect all of the team to smoke up behind the Naga just after they killed the Centaur there. So Naga D-watched, they're like, oh yeah, what are you doing here? You still a support player? And the entire team was behind him. PP,
a lot of damage.
Dude, as soon as he blinked in, he was probably like, oh, crap.
He blinked in, but a lot of damage being done there by Matthew, too. He's stolen Purification. Let's take a look at the replay, because let's get a little interesting look at PP. He blinks on the Adomi. He just doesn't know that the rest of the team is there with him.
Yeah, this was super good movement by Waska. Luna also rotating over to the triangle. That is how you collapse into an enemy. A good old pincer attack.
Matthew just outputting damage the best he can with Rubik, just throwing Fade Bolt and right-clicking and having fun. And has that Purification level 3, going into the Glimmer and the Mech.
This is kind of what we expected, right?
It's just opening up so much space for Kitaro. Like, what does Medusa need, though?
Yeah, that is the big problem. Like, Dusa can definitely carry this game, but if you're leaps and bounds ahead on the Diet side, then there won't really be an opportunity for her to carry anything. Because, yeah, this is getting to the territory where you take Roshan soon-ish, and then you control the map from there. And even for a Medusa lineup, it's going to be hard to hold high ground at that point.
Right.
Also got an amplified damage on the Timber, so his spells are really going to be painful the next fight.
You mean they weren't already?
Even more painful. You know, it's like a roguelite game, you know? You keep finding 15% bonus damage.
Ooh. I like the sound of that.
Me too. It never happens, unfortunately. Maybe Hades too.
I feel like you're going to like Wizard of Legend too. Blink forward from PP.
They've
Stampede and Naga Siren. Not even going to get the sleep off. They go to the Mortimer's Kisses. It's on to Matthew, the telekinesis, and now Matthew trying to run. He doesn't have anything stolen just yet. He doesn't really want to turn around. Dark Mago with the amplified damage, maybe looking to help out. Chakram, blink, he gets the kill and knocks him all the way through the hell of the map.
Oh man, it looks so funny when the heroes get knocked down like that.
Smashed him through trees. That's like getting that one punch through from Goku, where you just get destroyed through the planet. It really looks like it hurts. That's one of the abilities that actually in Dota looks like it hurts.
Yeah. No, that facet is brilliantly implemented for sure. The way it looks is absolutely ridiculous.
Not great to get hit through some trees. Again, though, still keeping Kitaro just happy, farmed.
Yep, happily farming away.
Man,
that is another big problem that we often see with the mid-shaker, right? He's going to go into the Aghanim's to kind of circumvent that problem, but you fall behind really easily if your first couple of rotations with the Blink Dagger don't really do much. Which is also why a lot of Shakers opted to go for an Axe first in the past, because that's your farming item, basically, and then a Blink afterwards. He chose to go for the aggressive route, but it hasn't really paid off yet.
And that's something that I'm thinking about. It hasn't paid off yet. And I think that that is such the optimal word there, because it feels like it might. Truthfully.
Yeah,
I know
they
they're
want
down
to
6K.
go away from getting back. But so they're definitely not going to fall for this. They know everyone's behind Medusa.
You'd think so. Sacred just kind of moving forward. He's trying to bait out a little bit because he's got Pipe, he's got Vanguard, he's pretty tanky with 2100 health.
Yeah. He's really tanky, actually.
I think this is one good team fight away from Infinity being even in this game, because the Medusa gets to a point where you're really farming going for the Scotty next, but PP, a good fight gets him into the Ags quicker. A good Echo Slam wins the fight, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's so much damage nowadays too. You have to get like the 2 ripples per hero. Lots of room to stage a comeback. Sacred is pretty much by himself right now. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Tanky, but not tanky enough, potentially. Fissures thrown across, as I believe Matthew has picked up Fissure, but it's only level 1. Still a good spell to come out for the Rubik, because that's instant instead of the wind-up. And you can work with that from a distance. Like, just the question really becomes, can they follow it up? And right now, Sacred dying. Again, his game's kind of honestly slowing down. The Doom over bottom that he went for on the Medusa, where he ends up dying, but Costabile still dies, but it just doesn't feel like he's had much strength just yet. And I think your Doom target, in all honesty, is Earthshaker and not Medusa.
Yeah, I think he felt very confident after destroying mid lane like that and not getting jumped, you know, that they wouldn't do it again. But it was one of the cardinal sins of Dota. They showed on multiple lanes while being very deep in enemy territory. As soon as Infinity saw that, they jumped right away. They didn't even wait a single second. I think it was Naga that showed top, instantly jump. Bam, you're dead.
Well, for the moment, Costabile getting a courier with the illusions mid.
Illusions still count as a quarter health, right? That didn't change?
I think so. Costabile is really close to the Scotty.
Yeah, he's
and it makes
big.
me nervous for Kataro.
Yeah, Luna is pretty easily kited by Scotty. And Scotty in general is going to give you so much tankability. But we all know that's not really Medusa's strongest point. One damage item after that is when Medusa becomes really scary. Like a butterfly. Some people opt for Daedalus as well. Disperser was a very, very strong option back then, but after the nerfs, not as much.
Are you surprised that Waska's really sat back? And they're going for Roche now, but they haven't played really that aggressive. It's only 16 kills in 21 minutes.
Yeah, they have been pretty laid back for what they've shown in the past couple of series, for sure.
Because I
think they've done a good job at controlling the map, right?
Yeah.
So they're still up 4K, they're gonna get the Roshan. So it's still looking pretty good for them. But at the same time, the Naga is getting a lot of space.
Right.
Sorry, the Medusa.
Right. I knew
Yeah, I keep thinking about how they call it in China, because it's Big Naga and Small Naga. They're both just Naga.
Really nailing the names.
Yeah. I think I've told you this in the past, but I really love Chinese communication in Dota. It's so precise and quick, because it's just very literal.
Scotty is completed, by the way.
Yep. That is a super big item for her to stay alive, but again, she needs that 1 damage on, because right now she's kind of tickling.
Right.
Tickle monster. Once you get that butterfly though, you're no longer tickling, you're actually a big threat. And once you get that next item, that's really critical mass, especially with the Omni Knight behind you. I think Infinity being
like
6k behind, they don't mind too much.
I feel like you're kind of close to being critical mass in the moment.
No, 100%.
And you could kind of tell the teams haven't really seen each other because Matthew doesn't have a spell at the moment. Blink, though, Totem. Ooh, looking for the fissure. It's a long wind up, but has that Ags. It'll kill Yadomi instead. Mortimer's Kiss is used, and flying out those will be short of Sacred, but the fissure lands, and Matthew's still not stealing anything, kind of waiting for something big, maybe to try and turn the team fight around. Mago's leaving, Sacred walking away, at least for now. They do have PP trying to tail them, but well, they're not going to chase much further than they have, and they'll start to back away.
Did you see that tickle monster at work? Costabile hitting Sacred for like 40 damage. They smoked right back up, and Dusa to Pete to mid lane is running towards top. So they might be able to catch someone, maybe the Centaur.
He's a tough hero to kill. You'd probably, I would say, want PP more. But they'll final edge. He'll hoof stomp. They'll steal that, so they do have the lockdown now added to Matthew's arsenal. Though if Matthew gets close to these heroes and throws a host stomp, I think he just dies. Not really the spell you want as Rubik.
Yeah, especially without Blink Dagger. With Blink Dagger, it's actually pretty good. As I say that, he changed his quick buy from Greaves to Blink Dagger. I think Blink on Rubik is just so good. It's kind of a necessity. So.
Well, especially, well, he's actually taking Frugal Filch. Which
with
is
spell steal.
Not the AoE one, which I like more, but obviously personal preference.
Yeah. I would also say, though, it's kind of game dependent too. Because, let's say you play against like a Lina and you have super spammy spells that Filch.
There's Matthew doing a good amount of damage with the hoof stomp into the purification, steal, and using it, but they won't get the kill in the Omni Knight.
He is
able to just repel and leave, because now that repel is level 4.
Yeah. Second time we just did that. Just TP lol. We all know about it. Especially with Omni Knight nowadays, it works quite nicely.
Totem, Mago,
he jumped in the shake alone.
Blade Mail, and the Echo Slam. Dark Mago's not going to survive, and the song is too late. I think this might just be a retreat.
Wait, they're staying?
Your damage dealer, they're going to go. They know the Blade Mail's already been popped. They go to the Eclipse. The damage just not doing anything. Panda's behind them now, uses that ult, has that Guardian Angel. They will use the Stone Gaze to disengage, and Waska's staying, but I don't think that is the wisest choice yet.
They actually made Infinity Retreat though, which is pretty. I mean, they did use pretty much every ultimate in their arsenal for the Timbersaw, so I guess it makes sense. They don't want to overstay their welcome. Medusa did actually end up going for the Diffuser Blade, and now goes back to the Butterfly. Makes me wonder what the Diffuser Blade is for, because it's quite a big investment.
Maybe a Disperser later down the line.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a good Dusa item. It's just basically more than half a Butterfly in this Diffusal.
Right.
Well, top tower's gone. Map is getting smaller, but Dusa is getting closer to critical mass at least. And they don't, again, have the best heroes of dealing with her. They have no lockdown really. They have no Halberds.
Truthfully, I think Deuce is the only one who really needs a lot of farm continuing now, and now they'll go to the Gorgon Grasp. They look like they're going to get this Aegis out of the hands of Kitaro, and they will. They don't have Echo Slam for 30 seconds. They don't have Stone Gaze for 14, but the Fissure locks them in. They've got the Force Staff to get him over, and now Kitaro able to back away. Again, I've been sensing it for a little while. It does feel like Infinity, despite the deficit in net worth, are the ones who are controlling the game. Or maybe not controlling the map, but I think that they're the ones who feel more confident.
Yeah, this is this kind of game where it's kind of in the air, right? Like this one fight and the game is just kind of done. Like if this Dusa team wins one fight, I'm not sure how Waska is gonna come back into it. And it has this like very like horror movie kind of suspense, you know, like when is it gonna happen? Because at this point it kind of feels inevitable.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Dark Mago, who I would say had a pretty good advantage from mid, didn't really move around too much. We talked about 21 minutes, they had 9 kills. Since then, they only have 1 kill. The kills have gotten harder and harder to get. You've got 3,000 HP on Illich. You've got an Omni Knight that's going to give Repel and Guardian Angels. Like, he just supports you and keeps you pumped up and ready to go. The Medusa's feeling quite hard to kill as well. I mean, almost 3,000 health on the Earthshaker. He's about to have his BKB, and you're really not killing the Snapfire at all. You've only gotten close to killing Snapfire, but you never have. The Snap's 3-0 and 5. And that's a hero with the heroes you have on Waska, I feel like should be dead a half dozen times.
No, I agree with you. They're really building up quite tankily on the Radiant side. And once the BKB comes up on Shaker, they can't really control him anymore. And who's your Doom target? There's so many heroes you want to Doom. You want to Doom the Omni, for sure. You want to Doom the Dusa if you can. There's actually gonna be a pretty big tool once Doom is 25, the break against the DOTA, disabling the split shot. That could be a pretty big one. But will they even get that far? Because I feel like this game might be decided when the next Aegis, when the next Roshan spawns.
Yeah, because that should be a fight.
Yeah.
And I think one that Infinity might be happy to take, especially if they get to the butterfly before that Roche, if this is a long spawn timer. It's possible, probably not gonna happen, because you're still 2,200 gold away from it.
Yeah, a long respawn timer would be a big blessing for them. If it spawns instantly, you might actually just go to Dire right away. They're kind of huddling around it already. Ooh, Panda.
Panda caught before he's really able to get anything off. Yeah. That was only their second kill in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, and again, it wasn't a support, but it is a crucial time with Roshan respawning in 50. Because being one hero down means it's very difficult to establish or hold any sort of map control.
Right. And there is almost this Conda, there it is, picked up, had the gold for it, and now Kataro may be able to output a little bit more damage there with the Conda.
DOTA one component away. Clock's ticking for Roshan.
30 seconds.
20
too.
seconds.
Yeah.
And they're setting up at Roshan already. I think this one's gonna go to Waska again. And that might be all they need.
They've set up on both sides. It's going to be bottom. Definitely one that you could take or try to take on Infinity as well. You do have that re-entry on the outpost by that Roshan pit if you want to like slow burn this and hope that Medusa gets the butterfly. If you do. And there's Roshan. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us again.
Welcome back, friend. Would you like to donate us a banner?
Has one available. Has the Aegis as well, of course. Second Roche.
I always feel a bit sad. Is there like a law behind Roshan? Because it kind of just feels like everyone is pummeling him all the time.
No idea.
Yeah, like, imagine you're just like cursed to die and give people your Aegis all the time, and then you respawn and the same thing.
So they're going to concede this Roche.
Yeah.
Conceding it at about the timing where this butterfly comes through for the Medusa as well.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering a bit. Like, this diffuser blade kind of slowed down his timing. Shaker, Call, has a BKB though.
And he's got an Invis rune, so he'll just walk away.
The classic.
Yeah, invisibility, invincibility, and all that.
It's funny how it always works, though.
Really does. PP, Fissure, and the totem, but the purification from Matthew, the telekinesis, he'll steal totem, actually cliffs him.
Damage.
But the damage is coming through, he's still surviving. They go to the Stampede, they'll find themselves Matthew, they go to the Eclipse, and now they've got two dead on the side of Waska. The totem onto the low ground with the BKB being popped. They've got the stunning Yadomi, who's singing a song that PP can't hear until the end when his BKB runs out, but it's already looking too late. Yadomi's gonna die. 3 heroes fall on Waska and Infinity. Ooh, shooting out Costa BLA looking with that Ags on the Snapfire, the Gobble Up, and the Spit Out. They do not find that Luna, and you can see good amount of damage being done there by the Medusa as well as the Earthshaker. Just kind of holding their ground, and we take another look at this as it becomes a little bit of Save Your Friend syndrome. They drop the Eclipse on this as well, the Gorgon's Grasp. There's nowhere for Sacred to go.
Yeah, Matthew actually blinked in to give him a Lotus, which put him in a really rough spot himself. Yeah, this is kind of what we spoke about, though. You know, that suspense building up. When are they gonna really take their team fight? Because this was as one-sided as it gets, pretty much. And now the network is about to swing over into Infinity's favor. And this might be the point where they just take over from here on out. Next is gonna be a Disperser, then maybe a Daedalus. And then that damage of the DOTA is really, really intense. And they don't have the heroes to kill her.
Yeah, they seem to have missed a timing to slow down Infinity. And Kitaro.
Wow, okay. He just very all by himself. Jeez. Calm down, my friend. But that's the kind of thing, like, you would never jump this guy, you know? You definitely think there's someone behind him.
Truly. I guess that's why he didn't commit, right?
Yeah. I hate playing against players like that. You never know. Like, some Dota players are psycho in the way they play Dota. And it's so scary to play against them.
Nullifier being built for the Earthshaker. For PP, that's going to be a lot more damage for him as well. And they don't even need to blink initiate anymore. You could gobble up and spit out from a distance with Knight.
Yep.
Truly, gobble up the Earthshaker, spit him out into the middle. He drops Echo Slam. And the fight might just be one right there.
There are so many avenues of initiating now. And we still haven't seen the full power of Omni Knight either. Like, that repel on pretty much anybody is going to be absolutely massive.
Yeah, the bonus strength / HP regen per debuff is an interesting part of that repel. The magic resistance 60% is quite a lot against this team.
And as we all know, DOTA doesn't really care about getting doomed.
I don't really know who cares about being doomed on this team anymore.
Well, I think you want to doom the Shaker if you can't find the Omni. Omni Knight is #1 target, but even then, can you stick on him? It's a request.
Stampede looking for Mago. Fissure quick lands now. Totem on top of Dark Mago, but Matthew did steal that Guardian Angel. So Dark Mago able to sustain for now, but do they want to reinitiate on this one? They still have Echo Slam. They're even going to smoke up. Sacred looking for a jump, looking for a doom. Dark Mago goes in. They'll find Panda. He's dead with buyback and might need to just use it if they go for more, but they've gotten back up into the high ground. So they will just retreat, and Infinity will let them work without Omni for 40. And Omni even buying out here.
Yeah, now getting the next commenter. It's not super important anymore at this point, but it's always a nice resource to have. Your Domi shot. Oh, it's actually a really good one. Never mind. That heal might be massive in one of these fights. But that's exactly how you want to fight. You want to kind of make them break formation and then pick off the easy targets, like the Omni, like the Snapfire, because the other three are incredibly difficult to kill.
Now they want to pick up their Wisdom Rune, go maybe for their own Torm when it's back up. Keep an eye on that, because they are starting to pick up all the shards. By starting, I mean they have 2 of 5.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower is
But
under attack.
arguably the 2 best ones they could have gotten.
Yeah. Flamethrower is pretty good.
Yeah, and very annoying to deal with as well. Omni. Oh.
Omni has the crest, has arcane boots, has a force staff for safety, looking to pick up a gem. And MKB next for Costabile, as the butterfly is on Kitaro, but will be countered soon if that MKB comes out quick.
Yep.
And it looks pretty close, honestly.
They have to cut back line on Waska. They cannot take a frontal assault. Like, these 3 meat shields are just too much. Dusa, Centaur, Shaker standing there with 3k health or more each. You can't break that.
Illusion's just eating the right clicks from Kitaro, who has ninja gear. Smoke's broken. They have the obs down and they know where they're all standing. Illich does not make the aggressive play just yet, but there's the blink into the hoof stomp to start. Fissure to follow it up. They go to the totem. They've got the Gorgon's Grasp. That's going to hit to the edge. They go to the song early. But the BKB, it's been popped by PP. He's also been doomed. They want to keep up with him when the BKB is over. They've got the Gobble of the Spit out. They're going to keep him out of the fight. Well done there by Knight to throw him away, and realizing this Eclipse may not be enough. They go to the Stone Gaze, Dousa low, but they still got the control on a Kataro who is not working with an Aegis anymore. They look over as they get the kill on Matthew. They're going to net up PP, but it looks like it doesn't matter without the damage coming up from Kataro just yet. Finally, Lucent Beam with the Kana. They kill off PP. They get the kill on Illich. That's 2 down the side of Infinity. Can they get anything more out of it? Knight's pretty low, Panda nearby, Shiva's with the Timber Chain right on the Panda, Purification, not gonna matter, they'll get the kill on the Omni Knight, they'll look for another. As Knight
net
just
was
TP's out.
Yeah, like that net was literally in his face. That was an illegal TP.
Good fight from Waska there. It looked like it was setting up well for Infinity, but it got a little bit disjointed with the song. It got a little bit disjointed when PP's thrown out of the fight and is not adding to it anymore, and he's away from his team. And that comes from the fact that Knight doing what he thinks is the right move. And I agree with the thought process. He gobble up and spits out PP who's getting jumped on, and I think that's the right play. But now he's away from his team and kind of gets picked off by Yadomi and Kataro in that fight.
Yeah, the big issue was really the Shaker is the only one with the BKB as they try to initiate into the base. Dousa.
Telekinesis, buyback from the Centaur. Dousa, gobble up, spit out onto the team. Oh my god, Knight! Are you kidding me? If they just had a little bit more, maybe this is a little bit more devastating for Waska. Instead, they're able to sustain. Scatterblast lands, they go to the Stone Gaze once again. The BKB is going to be popped by Kataro. It's going to be Dark Mago running away, but he's got this egg, so he's activating that reactive armor. The Gorgon Grass not going to work on Kataro just yet. BKB's run out. Mortimer's Kiss is coming in with the Force Staff. The Hurricane Pike pushing away Centaur while going forward. They've got the Doom on the Medusa. Sacred's in, but he's surrounded by 4 heroes. This is going to be him dying. Now 5 heroes as PP rejoins the fight. And they will lose the Doom. But man, oh man, Knight. If PP was alive, I think that ends up being just a wombo combo, gobble up, spit out, Echo Slam. That was pretty sweet.
They would have been on 4. It's absolutely ridiculous, this kind of initiation. And it's not really something you expect, you know. Like Snapfire Axe, of course you know what it does, but it's not purchased in every game. So sometimes you just forget what it does. They all huddle up because they try to initiate on the Medusa, who's of course incredibly tanky, who now also finished up the MKB. So next fight is going to be very different, because Luna won't be very tanky whatsoever in front of Medusa. But yeah, the Snapfire, absolute MVP of that fight. Super well done.
I truly thought they were going on the Dousa, and Knight's mindset was, okay, just gobble up, spit out, throw him in the fountain, right? Let him regen. But then I saw the Medusa going out of the base with the spit out, and I was like, oh my god, they're going for it. I was shocked.
It was, I wonder what Costabile thought, you know, whether it was communicated or not, or he was just like, all right, I'm in, let's go.
Yeah.
Because these kind of split-second decisions, often you can't really communicate, you know, you just got to take him.
Yeah.
So, if your support says you're in, you're in.
You're in.
Yep.
You're in. Oh man. I guess I'll try saying that in my pubs.
Hey man, they can't do anything, you know. Even if they complain, they're in. It doesn't matter what they say.
The facts.
Yeah, once you're in, you're in.
But what's the figures?
Dousa, they have Doom for her, but of course she doesn't really care too much about that.
No, didn't care in that last fight either.
Oh.
Smoke's gonna break, wiki away. Dark Mago's gonna go in, the Nullifier thrown over onto Dark Mago from PP. Now they've got the song. That'll lock up 4 heroes. On the edges, Illich, who does have Stampede ready to go when they're out of the song. They'll go to the host stomp. That's gonna be onto the Doom. Sacred in a little bit of trouble. They drop the Eclipse. They're trying to get the damage out. Naga Siren, Yadomi in trouble. The totem hits. They'll get the kill on the Naga Siren. And the gobble up, the spit out. They're going in deep. Free flying.
Oh, he's got it up.
Is Costabile, and they'll land the stun, the fissure from a distance. The hoof stop is there with the Gorgon's Grass. They get that kill on a Sacred, but behind them is Dark Mago. They've got the Nullifier. The buybacks are used on 2 heroes from the side of Waska. They're going to activate that reactive armor on Dark Mago, Timber Chain, and the Whirling Death around the side. They'll get the kill on a Panda as he explodes. They'll take out Illich. The damage being done here with Elba Kataro is going to be enough. Dark Mago's not dead yet, but now they go after this Medusa, who's losing that mana very quickly. Costabile needs to run with the Gorgon's Grasp, locking up the Doom as well as this Luna. The BKB is going to be popped by PP. They'll back up together. But now Yadomi's in. They've got the net. They'll look over as they've hexed up Panda. He gets the repel off, but he doesn't look like he's going to survive. Knight's low. TP's out. The Guardian Angel is there, but it won't save the life of Panda. And somehow Costabile also gets out of the fight.
Jesus, that Snapfire is actually playing out of his mind. Saves the Medusa by throwing her out of the fight, then TPs out herself. Good buyback by Dark Mago, salvaging the fight and getting the Roshan, because that could have gone south real quick. On the verge of dying there as well.
Damage.
My Knight is literally carrying this game right now.
Refresher shard, guys. The other goodies are there. Oh,
nobody wants them. Everyone's pinging them.
I've not seen everything left there, but I guess Matthew's coming to pick it up.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Yeah. Oh. Thanks for all the stuff, guys.
What? I'm a Rubik. I usually don't see this stuff.
I never get a hold of cheese. Man, that.
I like how you say it. Hold the cheese. That's exactly what he does. He's never going to use it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I know his purpose. He's using it on somebody else or giving it away. A lot of damage being done by the Timber in these fights, by the way. He did about 8,000 plus. I'll cover myself if he did more. And the reactive armor explosion, everything just...
It's a ton.
Kind of really doing a lot here, and he is feeling pretty tanky.
Yeah, no, 100%.
He buys BKB straight up.
His buyback basically salvaged the entire fight, but next time, he won't have that. And he doesn't have the ages, mind you. So if he gets bursted somehow, it's rough times ahead for you. Dusa now level 25 as well, so the split shot modifier is online. One of the best 25 talents in the game. How's Doom looking? Still quite far away from 25. But yeah, I think now it's a little bit of turtle time until that Aegis runs out at least. And you can see, even though the fights are pretty hard around the Medusa, as soon as Dark Mago gets the formation break that he's looking for, because he's so aggressive in the backline, right? He's always jumping these supports, which breaks formation really easily, because there's a lot of chaos suddenly. That's the only way to fight. Because again, these meatballs are too much to handle otherwise. You need Dark Mago to go crazy.
Step up on the high ground, the illusion gets cookied. My eyes are on Knight. Costabile. Hexed up.
Hexed up, yeah.
By Dark Mago.
They have Repel, they have the Gobble Up. He's very happy to stand there in front, and they shouldn't be able to take Rexy.
PP farming bottom. He's got buyback as well. Holding on to 4,500 gold. So is Dark Mago. He's holding on to about the same amount of gold. So he had bought out straight up on the BKB. See what he wants to do afterwards.
Next up, he has Octarine Cork here up for some nice CDR. How's our boy PP looking? The Nullify hasn't really shown his full strength yet, or any strength at all.
Oh, he bought the shard.
Yeah, I mean, the shard is pretty good. Going into the Octarine next himself as well. Once low cooldown too. The question is, what does Centaur get here? You can always sell the Blade Mill, of course, or you can upgrade into the big Euls.
PP bought out on the Octarine core. He's got no buyback now.
That's pretty risky.
Yeah, full buyout. Gobble up. Just gonna drop Costabile off to the side, not initiating with that spit out. Now, Kataro is level 25, so the Lucent Beam hits an additional target. Random target within 500 range of the primary target. Jumping in with the Shivas, and Illich is going to go in with a hoof stomp. They've got the double.
Hey, there's no buyback.
The damage out of Dark Mago with the BKB being popped here. They go to the Song. They're trying to get the kill into Matthew. They'll take it to Rubik, who does not have buyback. Stampede to follow this up, though. TP attempt from Yadomi, and they've got the Fissure. They'll get the kill onto this Naga Siren as well. And
for more.
Naga does not have buyback. Dead for 94 seconds.
Yep, Dark Mago makes it on the skin of his teeth as well. Well, that's what I spoke about. You know, you need to make sure you break formation if you want to initiate, but if you can't do that, because he pretty much blinked into the 3 meat walls, this is the result of it.
Radiant are scanning.
You have to make sure you break backline, otherwise you just cannot fight. It's impossible. This Medusa is now incredibly strong. Salt the boots as well. Daedalus, MKB, everything is there. Moonshot probably next. And as you said, it's gonna be 3v5 for the time being.
For quite some time. Yeah. They're at least gonna break the tier 3. The Aegis expires.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So now, how willing are you to fight? 8,000 gold being held onto by Kataro. They have this glyph. And eventually afterwards, they will take the tower. They're wrapping around the back.
Care. Yeah,
They want to break formation. They're going to have Matthew up. It'll be a 4v5, but they won't have the Naga Siren for 30 seconds. They're going to jump in. They'll look over at PP. They've got themselves the Hex with the BKB. They go to the Doom. That will grab him, but the Gobble up from such a distance. That is some long range. They go to the Stone Gaze. They've got the Eclipse drop down on the Medusa. The formation's been broken for a moment, but they're back up together. They should be able to get the kill here on a Panda. They're right in the face of Kataro, but the blink in again from Sacred. They've got the stun. They're charging up the reactive armor with BKB being popped here by Dark Mago. Cookie, some distance, a TP attempt. The reactive armor jumps and drops as they go for this PP Earthshaker, who bought out and does not have buyback. That's a bit of a yikes.
That Octarine purchase might now... I don't know if it's going to cost them the game, because Dusa still has buyback. But it's going to be very tough to defend 3v5 now for them, because we all know what happens when Luna starts breaching waves. Oh my god, the damage on the Luna. No.
Kataro. Not a lot of mana remaining. Telekinesis on the Illich. Costabila going in. The Gorgon's Grasp will land. They do have buyback on the Luna, but they don't want to lose them. They've got the shard on Yodomi, so a little bit of heal coming in here, and it looks like a lot of heal coming in here for the side of the Dire. They're going to turn this back around. They'll look over at Costabili as well as the rest. They'll go after Illich. Illich going to be hexed. They've got the Stampede off cooldown. They'll go to that with the Telekinesis on a Knight. Cookie onto the high ground. They're not looking to dive too far. They know what happened last time they even thought about diving. And even with it being a 3v5, this is such a hard fight to take with Medusa standing their ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Iron Wall standing strong. Didn't get anything, even though it was a 3v5. Okay, I expected a lot worse, to be honest. But it's just a tough matchup for the Luna. If you can't outrange Medusa or jump on her and burn all the mana immediately, Luna just, yeah, can't do too much.
Gobble Up is quite the range if you hover over it. It is very, very far.
How many screens is that?
It's not screens, but it's 500, which is honestly quite a bit.
Oh, you mean the eat range? Yeah.
Yeah, the eat range is pretty nutso, I would say. And by the way, they still Stampede, and that's a level 3, so they'll have that to work with. They still have this banner, too. I'm going to assume that Matthew was not the one who ate the cheese. I feel like that is...
I'd assume so. I mean, in the bottom fight, he literally just died by walking in trying to help teammates because his
long rush
annihilated him.
Very long rush.
What does Dusa get next? We still have Moonshot to be consumed. Axe Blessing is pretty good.
Luna going Swift Blink next, or at least wanting to go Swift Blink next. Grab this Tormentor, and the shard will go to Kataro. So a little bit more net worth there for you. Now getting the Lunar Orbit upgrade.
Oh, do you like the Axe Blessing on Luna? I'm very conflicted because that stun talent is gone. It was basically why it was so good.
I think it's fine.
It is good damage, but again, Dusa doesn't really care too much about that. Axe Blessing almost done on him as well. That Stone Gaze Mystic Snake is going to be a big deal as well.
Smoked up on the side of Infinity.
Yeah. Shaker now does have a buyback.
Yeah, everybody does. It's a whole list of yeses. A bunch of yes men.
Yes.
Will you go in?
Waker?
Yes.
Ooh.
Guitar showing. PP. PP.
The comparison, there's a Naga right there.
PP. And they use the stolen
They're on the Naga.
Now they're going to go. They jump in. They've got the hook stomp. Naga Siren in a little bit of trouble. They're going to jump in with PP. They go to the Eclipse. They're going to drop down with the BKBs being popped as well as the Doom coming through on the Centaur. They look over as now Costabile might be in a little bit of trouble without the BKB, and they've got the Song. Flamethrower, reactive armor being charged. Everybody locked up thanks to the Song. They're trying to get this kill. They go to and find themselves the damage on a Knight, so they won't have the gobble up or the spit out. Illich throws his Stampede out. He survives for the moment. PP also trying to get their hands on a Matthew as well as Kataro. The Timber Chain across. Dark Mongo coming in with the Hex. That's going to be on a PP. They've got the net coming through from the Naga Siren, taking a lot of damage from the split shot coming through from Costabile, who doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. Totem backing up. Dark Mongo right here with the trees. Goes into the Whirling Death. They find themselves their hands on Panda. Panda hit with the Chakram. He'll end up dead. He's going to be gone. Buys back as well. So, godlike for Dark Mongo. They look over Costabile. They should be able to get the kill up in the air thanks to the Aviana's Feather, but it won't matter. Kataro gets the kill to the Medusa as they'll look for more, but nothing there to grab just yet. These heroes are buying Domi. Totem, gobble up, spit out, throwing the Earthshaker towards Sacred. That's going to be a buyback coming out from Costabile. He's going to try and get back into the fight thanks to the TP over to the outpost. Fissure lands on 3. He's got the totem, locking him up even more. But do they have the damage? Knight's in trouble. Hinda ended up dead for the second time. He already used his buyback. Yodomi ends up falling. The gem's going to be on the deck. They get the Kona PP. He's got buyback as well. Guardian Angel onto the Centaur. They're going to Timber Chain across the bow of the Omni Knight. They look over at the Luna, who's being cliffed. Kataro ends up dead. Dead for 100 seconds. Does have buyback. But will they use it knowing that Roche is available?
It's going to be tough to kill Dusa twice, especially if there's someone that can give her the cheese. Unfortunately, as you saw, the Luna swift blinked up the cliff. A little bit unfortunate for him. But yeah, this is going to be a refresher shot as well. Aegis, cheese, banner, everything. Give that to the Dusa. She's going to feel really, really comfortable in the next fight. Oh, she actually bought back anyway.
Now? Kataro buys back now.
Well, there's still a chance, cause it's a... Yep, it's a 4v5 fight.
Though, it's going to be tight. They'll go for the Hex. It's on the Medusa, but they go and use the Stampede. The reactive bars are going to be charged. Didn't get him out, but they go to the Eclipse. They've got the Song. Oh, not exactly the symphony of skills you were hoping for. The BKB is going to be popped by Sacred. He'll look over at PP, who's going to pop his own BKB and go to the Totem. He's on the high ground. They've got the Stone Gaze. Kataro's locked up. He already bought back, but the Fissure's going to be there. He's in trouble. He does have a BKB, but can he get it off? The stuns are coming in. The Echo Slam's going to be dropped on Kataro, but he's still in trouble. He's got the Satanic. He's trying to get back up into full. The Guardian Angel is going to be on Costabile. Panda's going to get a little bit low with the Twisted Chakra right on top of him. They look over at Kataro. The Fissure is there. They get the kill on the Luna. He's going to be dead again. He's gone for 2 minutes. They take out Matthew, who does have buyback. The only one gone is Panda in this fight on the side of Infinity. They look over at Dark Mongo, who's going to Timber Chain away. But with the kill onto the Luna, with the buyback being used so late, they don't have an Aegis, and they will not have Luna for 2 minutes.
Yeah, this time around, it was a very... It's an interesting decision that they actually still tried to go for it that late. Like, the decision came in really, really late, right? Like 10-15 seconds after we thought he wanted to buy back initially. Then buys back, dies, and how do they defend now without him? It's pretty much all Timbersaw. Doom on cooldown for another 30 as well. This might be his second side. Maybe Mega Creeps. Maybe they want to go for the GG also. They know no Luna for 80. No Luna means no damage.
Yeah, Matthew buys back Divine Rapier, even in the quick buy here, the Medusa. Having this Aegis, you might just buy off of it.
He has to go for it if he wants to do it. That could be the game-ending move.
Infinity, they had
bought it out.
The first time in the upper bracket final of the qualifier, but lost to Waska in the grand final. It was different rosters, but the history is still pretty recent.
That building damage is pretty massive. You have to go. You can't wait for Luna.
They'll jump, but again, it's just they've got the Aegis. They go to the backlines. They've actually spit up and gobbled up the Centaur into the base. They get the Doom. They get the Kona PP, who's going to be dead for 2 minutes. Maybe that's enough. They go to the Song. It's going to lock up this Medusa as well as this Centaur, but the kisses from a distance not really doing enough. Telekinesis, the Hex from Dark Mago. They're trying to get the kill here, but he is inside that Glimmer Cape. Not going to matter. Knight ends up dead, and now Medusa. Do you feel confident to go for this? 25 seconds until Kataro is up. They'll activate the reactive armor. They'll go after the Centaur. The Medusa's the last one on their list. They do not care about Medusa. If they can get Medusa alone, with Kataro coming back up, this might work out for Infinity. They've got the BKB popped here by Illich, and no creeps are in the base. They don't have to worry about that. The fight's happening in the creep wave. They go to the Chakram. They've got the Timber Chain once again, but he's going to be locked up thanks to the Gorgon's Grasp. They'll mirror image on the Naga Siren, looking to throw these illusions onto the creeps to make sure that they don't push into the base. They get the kill on the Illich, and now they've got Medusa all alone. Finally, this is going to be Omni Knight coming back into the fight. They've got the Eclipse alone on the Medusa. They should be able to get the first fight, but he soaks it all up. The Gorgon's Grasp once again fighting this off. 1v5, Panda over to the side, but he's not helping out just yet. They've got the disarm. He's run out of mana. The Chakram's on him, and Aaron gets a little bit back with the Mystic Snake. The Flamethrowers on him. They'll take out the Aegis, and now they've got to do it a second time around. They've got 30 seconds until the snap fires back up. They'll jump right back on him. They'll look over at Panda. They'll wipe out the Omni Knight. Now he's got no help. It's just the Medusa. Running into the opponent's base is an interesting move, but the Gorgon's Grass is there to get the root. They've got the disarm. He can't hit back. They'll jump right on top of him. They've got the Hex from Dark Mongo once again. Shiva's telekinesis trying to lock down the Medusa to get the second kill. You thought it was over. You thought Infinity won it as the creeps are pushing in top at the same time. They go in the Stone Gaze. It is so hard to kill this Medusa. They look to TP him out. Can they stun him up? Yes, they can. Lucent Beam. There's the Doom. They've got the Hex again. Medusa's going to get low. It's 5 all on him. Can they finally kill this snake?
No buyback.
Rip off her head, and they take the Divine Rapier away. It's Waska, who look like they've just won this fight, taking out Medusa for what felt like 5 minutes.
Yeah, Medusa can't do anything by herself. I think, literally, she was halberded 90% of that fight. Doom halberd, then Naga halberd, then because of the Octarine halberd, Doom's halberd is back on cooldown again.
I've never seen a longer death summary.
He didn't hit. How many halberds were there?
So many. Just open up the death summary on your screen as well. It is insane. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, that was truly beautiful. How did you deal with Medusa? Just halberd her to infinity and beyond. That defense was so good. Like,
yeah, Waska didn't panic to go just do so.
They ignored her completely. They killed PP, who's the most
Gobble up, spit out, Echo Slam dropped out. We thought it was over once, we thought it was over twice, but when we think it's over thrice. They're trying to get the kills here. They drop down the Echo Slam. The tier 4s are going to be taken once this glyph is no longer, but they start to back away a little bit.
Yeah, Luna is a bit scared.
Kataro comes back in, jumps forward, has the Divine Rapier, should be able to take the throne. They will Stampede, Telekinesis, Fissure. Oh, the Totem.
We're taking no damage.
Kataro, the song's not in time. Oh, God, the Divine Rapier's on the deck again. They really need to take this throne. This is going to be problematic. They're trying to pick up the Divine Rapier. It's going to be picked up by Illich. Yadomi's in there with a song. They're trying to get the damage out on the throne. Illich is trying to control up the rest of the team. They're looking as Dark Mongo right-clicking, but they don't have their Luna to do so. He was the one who was trying to take down the throne. They've got the disarm as well as the root on Illich. The Gullo, the spit out. Matthew, he's locked up. The Cookie's going to get the stun as well. Dark Mongo focusing on the throne. Dark Mongo, they should be able to get the third. It's now down 54-42. Can they get it? Yes, they can. Finally, Waska take the game. Go off, but I don't think it's going to be that easy of a game for him.
It won't. But if he ever gets into like a BKB and a good couple of right-click items, as you said, there's definitely potential that he just takes over the game. Because, yeah, the Radiant has no real answer through BKB. And we have already also seen, don't forget, Dark Mars fell short last time. Pretty badly, too. Like, that game was completely one-sided. So I'm quite excited to see what he actually has to offer in a more normalized game, I guess. Because, yeah, that game, they just got run over.
So we'll start this one off. Waska smoking up. Mago, how does he do against this Primal? Because if you try, you take like what? You take a level 1 spear, you just spear him away if he tries to trample on you?
Yeah, you just God's Rebuke him. Both spells are really good. Because the knockback is going to be easily enough to get you out of there as well. It's a good matchup for Mars, for sure. Like, if you want to play mid-Mars, it's like Primal is a prime here to do it against.
30 seconds to battle.
Let's see how
Full
this
edge
goes.
morph. Where's the random arrow?
Yeah. That's the scary part.
Man, the Mirana ult is actually so strong with that facet.
SF getting a CS on that boar.
Battle begins.
Mirana getting a CS on the obs. Easy soul life. And 2 bounty runes apiece.
Alright, can you explain to me, alright, why does SF get a soul when he kills an observer ward? He doesn't have a soul.
I don't know.
Right? Asking the hard-hitting questions here.
I don't know the answer to your hard-hitting questions. Let's see this mid lane and how this goes. I'm very interested to see, as Dark Mongo's got this obs. How will he do against PP? 3 lanes, 2 eyes. Take a look. Gander upon this enjoyable game. And not necessarily just running at night. That's really not feeling too fun. But where is the kill potential? Is it just top lane? With Sacred and Matthew if an arrow hits?
Bot lane, also very possible on the Shadow Demon.
Weesh.
You got the reel in and the net. Yeah, mid lane should just be a trade farm sort of lane, but top lane pretty much only if Radiant makes a mistake or if they hit a nice arrow.
Arrow used, not going to land. You can see Whirling Death already doing a bit to Coast Leo there, who is shifting into the edge. He needs to be very careful about his positioning if he's too close to a tree.
Always brings back memories of the green room talks we had with Razor and Timbersaw and...
Razor is not super popular, but we are seeing inklings of him show up.
Yeah, I'm a bit sad about that, my boy.
I like Razor.
Yeah, I mean, we all do, I think, after our times in the green room.
Yeah. Panda has this camp.
Panda versus Matthew. Damn. A fight for the ages.
Yeah, not really the biggest fight here, but Matthew gonna go and maybe throw an arrow from an odd off angle. At least that's what I'm thinking that he wants to do, and there's that arrow, but just hits a creep. Always aiming to have a creep behind whatever you throw it at. Bottom lane, Knight in some trouble. Blood Grenade is down. SF, though, disrupted, so that's going to be a wasted Blood Grenade, and they're not going to be able to get the kill onto the Shadow Demon. This early disruption, annoying Katara, but he's still 11-3, having some fun time. Illich, he's the one to watch. He's going into the helm of the Dominator. And not going to be the Ags game that we've seen. It's been about 50-50 on this stream with us. Arrow hits on the Disruptor top, but they've got a glimpse.
Back. Yeah. It should be a pretty slow early game. Like as you said, bot lane, every time you net, you just disrupt the SF, then there's no raises. Top lane, there's always a defensive glimpse. Probably when MOUZ gets 6 and when levels get higher generally, then we'll see some nice rotations. And then we see the kill potential. On mid lane right now being dominated by Dark Mago actually.
Bottom lane again.
It's a pretty big lead already for the Radiant.
It really is, and they are going to get first blood. Kataro's going to get it. He's taking a lot of damage here. Oh.
Ooh. Has no access, so that shouldn't result in the kill.
You'd hope not.
And Deluge is off cooldown. There might be potential for turnaround soon.
Kataro into the trees, trying to survive, trying to get away from the honk, and he'll be alive.
Yep, Deluge is too good. That slow is pretty crazy.
It's not easy to bring down Illich. He's got an early Helm of the Iron Will because he went branch, 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 Helm of the Iron Will. Top lane, Costa BLA, he is dead. Oh boy, not what you want. That is certainly not what you want. Just the Timber Chain, Whirling Death. And Timbersaw only did 213 damage there, and he only had 340 max health, so full Agi gets caught.
Yeah, I mean, that is obviously the most common thing we see with the Morph thing, right? Full Agi gone. Unfortunate.
And hell.
But happens to pretty much every Morphling player we see. I think it's just part of being a Morphling player. You play the hero, you die full Agi at some point.
Yep, it's gonna happen, and you can't stop it. TP bottom, Kataro dead, too late here from the Mirana, but comes over to try and get this Shadow Demon kill, and they will look for the high five. They do get Illich, despite the fact that he has that Helm of the Iron Will with the extra armor and the extra health regen. So they at least get that, but they do lose the Shadow Fiend afterwards.
Yeah, it's a little bit concerning how the lanes are going right now, because they're losing all 3. And we all know how important the early game is right now.
It's also, you know, now morphling going to be 1v1 against this Timber Saw. Timber's level 5 already. I think getting into the Chakram is going to be a potential downfall here for Coast to BLA, as he's going to be probably run at by Sacred, honestly. If he's not too careful.
Yeah, historically the matchup is pretty good for Morph just because they have infinite HP. MOUZ is almost level 6 and Matthew is here to set up for an arrow in the arena combo. Here we go.
There's the arena and follow that up with an arrow, but it misses. And now you've got the disruption on the Primal Beast. Onslaughting, trampling, God's rebuked. As the arrow doesn't land and they don't get that kill. A spear thrown down. They'll have glimpse. It's level 2. They have some range on it, and that'll bring them right back to PP. But Dark Mago now going to die tonight, and his Shadow Poison stacks.
How many were those?
Regen picked up by Matthew on the run still. But there's the disruption. They've got the trample on top, and this is big for the side of Infinity.
Yep, 2 kills back to back. Very nice rotations. That's exactly what they needed, because those lanes were going very poorly. And now they recover pretty much all of them. They're going on the Beast, though. It's only level 5.
Yeah, level 5, the raises, though, they're going to hurt. Illich is going to die here, despite the fact that he's got the Helm of the Iron Will. Look for the Requiem, charge it up for a moment, thinking that maybe Panda was going to go to the Glimpse. At the same time, Coast to BLA, he's dead again. And that's solo again.
Yep, twice. That is just rough.
It is quite the death summary. I'm not allowed to look at it on my screen, but I saw it on the PGM. Meanwhile, Wisdom Runes 1 apiece. And PP even tipping Dark Mago. It's got arena again in 10 seconds. Goes to BLA, has to be careful. Once more under the tower, now sitting at about half Agi.
Yeah, that burst damage is pretty serious. Timbersaw, of course, if you don't skill any reactive armor, which he hasn't, your pure damage is pretty unmatched probably in this game. Is there anyone who does more pure damage? Maybe OD, but not as bursty.
3,000 net worth lead.
They're gonna pulverize now. Maybe set up another kill onto that Mago. But they don't have the greatest follow-up damage.
They have Song, but there is no TP here for the Naga Siren. Again, they're going for Coast to BLA, but now let's see if they can get this kill over mid onto the Mars. Pulverize already used. Arena is down. Dark Mago, he's dead. They'll try to get PP in return. The Star Storm, the disruption.
Oh,
is it a save though? The Shadow Poison stacks, the Twisted Chakram, and now the regular one to get the kill on a PP. So it is at least a trade. They've got the Roar, they go to the Song.
Nice.
It's a level 6 Yudomi Naga Siren. Shadow Fiend's TPing over mid, wants to get involved. They'll have the net, they have the reel in, they'll go to the mirror image, and the kinetic field, they'll go and glimpse, but the arrow's going to be blocked here by a board. They're still trying to get the kill on Illich. He goes into the Seeds of Serenity, and Illich is able to survive. They've got the vision thanks to this Obs. They have a mirror image chasing after Illich. They've got the raise. They'll get the kill onto the Beastmaster. And now Yudomi will finally be traded by Knight as the onslaught goes all the way up out of the high ground towards Sacred, and now PP's in a bad spot. He just died. Maybe he could kill Sacred, but unfortunately there's a spear, the Twisted Chakram again. PP, he's sipping on that bottle. And Sacred, how close are you willing to get? As PP, the safety bubble is safe to leave. Onslaught, Yudomi, he's going to get caught. Waveform over, mirror image, arrow flies through, doesn't land, pulverize out. But are you willing to stay? PP again with the uproar, but Sacred with a little bit. Oh,
I could push.
He's got Timber Chain. It's not a big deal. He's back down already, but I did not expect that.
Oh, nice.
Misses. And those also get the kill on the PP though.
That should be an easy D-ward here. Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
There's a point thinking, why did you dodge that?
A long fight for sure.
Bottom tower is under
That ends up going Waska's way, I would say.
Yeah, any even trade when you're at that sort of net worth deficit, always good for you. Brought it back just a little bit, getting the bottom tower as well. Helm of the Overlord queued up straight away. So no axe shenanigans. We see it more and more. Axe is falling out of favor a little bit. Midlane again, Static Storm.
Static Storm with the Pulverize. They don't have Song for another minute, but they didn't get this kill. They'll go to the Glimpse back, and now Dark Mago is going to drop down the arena. Behind them, though, is the Raze is getting the kill in a Panda. They'll take out PP, and now they'll look for more. Knight's in trouble, and it is daytime, so Knight will perish.
Yeah, those rotations are spot on again. All 5 Furies here this time. Completely outnumbered, and they know Morphling doesn't want to be part of any of this. It's also very much Kostabil's playstyle. Like, he doesn't get too involved with the team many times. Whoa, I thought he was going to eat that arrow.
Not an easy game for Kostabile to try and bring it all back. It's Vlad's on Morphling, which is normal. We see this. They committed a lot. Static Storm, Kinetic Field, as well as the Pulverize just don't have the damage here, and then they even glimpse him back, but here comes Kataro off to the side to just wipe out this Disruptor, and there isn't really much that Knight can do. He could have disrupted, but he knew he was dead.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of the problem with these two support heroes. They're pretty defensive, and Disruptor without a lot of damage behind him, can't really do too much. You really need a Beastmaster there. He's pretty much the only hero right now that has some sort of damage. Well, Primal Beast as well, but it's easy to stop him with a Naga, as we spoke about before.
Things right now in the way of Waska.
Dire's top tower is under
Man, this Deluge spell is...
Radiant's
Why is it so
bottom
good?
tower is under attack.
Not sure.
Did you ever read it? 35% status resistance gone and 240 max movement speed. Movement speed arguably the most important stat in all of Dota. 240 max basically makes it snail movement speed.
Yeah, but the
Like you
status
permanently gale.
resistance reduction feels awful too, right?
At 35% is so much. It's basically half duration one stun. Then you get speared, suddenly it's just a 3.5 second stun. And we haven't really seen Mirana ult in action yet. That thing buffs you up significantly too.
So a little quiet here. I'm hoping that Waska kind of stay on the gas pedal.
I agree they should.
Faster blink than normal too for Mars. No surprise, by the way, considering the fact that he is mid and has had a decent amount of success. He's 0-2-5, but getting the gold he needs. Still sitting above his opponent mid laner by about 1,000.
He's done very well this game, 100%. And he will scale naturally just because SF exists in this game.
And they do have Solar Flare now, so I wouldn't be shocked to see them want an all-out fight. Yadomi's getting a lot out of this game. Actually, both supports for the side of Waska are getting a lot out of this game. Blink, Arena, Spear, it's on Illich. They've got the Disruption save. The arrow's going to be soaked up. They go to the Primal Roar. They've used this Solar Flare, but now Sacred kind of in a bad spot. Timber Chain onto the low ground, turns into the Mirana. Starstorm is on a Dark Mago. They go to the Requiem. They've got the Fear. They get the kill on a Kostabile. He's dead, diving in so far away from his team.
He went in all by himself into the backlines, 1v5. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He definitely a bit of what he could chew there. Level 2 morph only. Maybe if at max level would have worked out for him, but couldn't get enough HP back. And Sacred, of course, with that pipe. Absolutely essential item again. That item is just so strong.
Oh. Onslaught coming through, but just a blink away. They went for Illich. They end up getting a better target. Who deals with these ancient creeps well, though?
Well, you can just nut them and SF kills them pretty much in the net duration.
Illich. There is a glimpse. The arrow. Oh, just not lined up
on the
well.
ancient creep and 250 gold into the coffer.
Tried to line that up.
Crazy hero kill.
Yeah. Honestly, worth it.
I have to admit, going for an Overlord against the Naga Siren is pretty risky. Because that net can fly out any time. And if there's any core nearby, well, as if for Timber, the creep can die pretty easily.
$6,000 net worth lead here as SF going into the Shadow Blade next. Mirana has those drums ready to go, walking at the beat of their own drum. What is Mars going for after the Blink Dagger? BKB, no surprise. Blink Dagger next for the Timber Cell, who has a pipe. Not for the pipe who has a Timber, as my brain was trying to make me say.
I kind of wish SF went for BKB though, because I feel if he had that, the team fights become really quite simple for them. Of course, they have 2 BKB Pearson disabled, but his teammates should be able to cover him for that, no problem. So Shadow Blade means Silver Edge at some point, but you know, for what? It doesn't really break anyone in this game.
Right. We'll go for the Disruptor. Is Panda taken out? And
Denied the Amplify damage rune. Worth it? Maybe. We'll see next team fight.
I don't know if I would say worth, but certainly of a value.
Yeah, it didn't just die for free.
Yeah. You're giving up that kill to Dark Mago. I guess it's not SF, so you're not giving up more than just that kill. Still not great, though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Well, these beasts are putting a lot of pressure on the bottom side of the map.
under attack.
But that's the thing. He can only do that on one side. The other lanes are getting pressured massively by Waska. And Matthew is just going Aura bot. Well, the 2 heroes are going Aura bot. Drums up, Vlad's next on the menu. Spoke about Pipe already, and then he's going Blink into Shivas. And Panda might be dead again if he's not too careful here.
Matthew nearby, but I think their big target, who they're hoping for, is Costa Bela. They do have this obs down from Panda that is spotting this SF heading towards mid as the Adomi just runs over towards PP and forces them back. Should be able to take the mid tier 2, or at least pressure for a response.
Should have been activation. Reel in, yeah.
Far net, reel in into an arrow. And they will use that solar flare. Thought about the Requiem, and now they've got the glimpse. Sacred kind of under the tower, but he's fine. Not, again, the symphony of skills that we thought. But with these illusions going after this Disruptor, Panda still needs to be very careful.
He can't move.
Blink, God's Rebuke, Spear connects, and the illusions with the burn from the Spear with the Shard will get the kill.
That's such a sad death.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Beastmaster still just letting this Thunderhide sit there. You're giving away 250 gold. I don't know how much that's truly worth it.
Second time now. It's a lot of gold. Yeah, Hammer of the Overlord is...
Oh, they know exactly where Panda... where
hero kill every time. Yep. Top Margo on the prowl.
They're going Roche.
I mean, Morph is pretty good at it, but it's gonna take a little while. The thing is, Waska probably is not expecting this. As I said, they ping it, so they're definitely expecting it. And it's pretty
that Mirana ping or PP ping?
I think it was Sacred.
Now Mago pinged it.
Well, the thing is, it's... So even if they got this Roshan, right, it probably took like a minute, is that worth it? Like, even map resources wise.
Oh,
but they're
no.
taking
Mars
away
is
from the Radiant.
Mars gonna be here. Oh, no!
No!
Oh, they got the kill on the Roche, but he got the Aegis. Oh, that timed out almost so well. That could have been brutal.
Yeah, if they got the Aegis as well. Panda is the sacrificial lamb. Good night, my friend.
He'll die. Just a matter of time, and it will fly through. But they got the Roche kill. So the gold is theirs.
Middle tower is under attack.
They're just a couple of creeps away from getting the aura talent for SF, so buildings are gonna fall real fast. They don't have it yet, so the top tower should be pretty survivable. But yeah, the map is once again shrinking in size rapidly. And still doesn't have it. Ah, no, he has it. Goodbye tower. The armor reduction on this on buildings should probably be halved. That's too much.
It's
Like
pretty
you can't just
insane.
reduce the building's armor to 0. Almost.
Torm now being taken, but at the same time they're pushing and pressuring the top tier 3.
Is under attack.
Yeah, you don't want to go too deep in case they're gonna glimpse you back.
Panda's spotted here. They know he's around, and Matthew
They're
just
going
needs
deep.
to go and get this kill, and that's what he'll do.
Alright.
Panda willing to be there to try and deward with no health after the Tormentor. And now the Wisdom Rune's going to be swiped by Matthew. Or given to Dark Mago.
You always have an excuse as a mid laner. I got bottle, no charges.
I'm almost level 15. I'm almost this. Blah, 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 blah. My supports don't need anything. Yeah, I've heard it. I've heard it.
Really? That's surprising to me. I would never bully my supports. You know me. I gave you first blood. I give you all the kills.
Dire
And I didn't complain about it at all.
We'll say you gave first blood when you gave it to me to an idiot. I was playing Zeus pretty horribly that game. If that's what you're referencing.
That was. That was a pretty good game. I don't know what you're saying was horrible. Was it a game where you just bought like 10 mangoes or one?
I bought Sage's Mask and Mangoes to start the game,
Yeah.
and it
You
worked.
set a new trend, see? After that, everybody bought mangoes on Zeus.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I did it in that game, got first wood, life was good. Let's take a look at the shards and the items. BKB soon for Dark Mago, as well as 3 shards to 2 shards. So obviously, one team is winning.
The shard game.
Phylactery soon here for the Morphling. We'll see if that ends up being enough. But they are down about 10,000. These supports have a lot of gold on the side of Waska.
Yeah. Especially
That
Mirana
pipe-
is mega
A lot of
rich.
Atos for Timber this time around after the pipe. Going into the shard next.
Wow,
Has the
interesting
shard
pickup.
already. I don't know why he's got it queued up still.
He just got it from the kill, right? Or did he
Yes.
buy it himself?
Yeah, he got it from the kill.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. So he probably, just forgot to change it for now. Maybe Octarine. Maybe just some more survivability. Illich, if you get speared, or if Constable gets speared. 1 minute on the Aegis though.
Smoke from Infinity, but I don't know if they realize that right outside their base is Waska, Costa BLA. Ooh, no blink forward. Dark Mago might just blink forward. They go to the Rod of Atos. There's the blink into the spear. They've got the pulverize onto the Mars. He gets Primal Roared as well. They're not going to have Dark Mago. He's dead pretty quickly off that. And we're willing to jump in, but he never dropped the arena, and now he's dead. But Kataro thinking about the Requiem again. They go to the glimpse. Sacred Timber Chain over towards the SF. He's trying to bait them in. Thinking about this Requiem.
I think it's time to leave.
Oh, Rod.
It's this Aegis.
Costa BLA. They've got the Aegis. They use the Requiem for that. BKB, Onslaught Trample. Song comes out. Locks up the heroes behind them. Now they'll go after PP, who's in the song. They start to retreat. They'll pop the Blade Mail. They've got the glimpse on a Sacred. Timber's pretty tanky, but is he? That is going to be an adaptive strike with that Phylactery that does the damage to get the kill. They've got the Static Storm onto the Mirana, and now 3 heroes dead on Waska, all for an Aegis.
Glimpse in
Tara
4.
with the Shadow Blade trying to leave the vision so they don't glimpse him back. And he will escape as well as pick up an Invis rune to be Invis once again. There's the BKB. Blink up in a second, maybe wanting to drop an arena, but doesn't have a Requiem. Don't really suggest it. But it is the BKB charge wasted on Waska.
Yeah, very good fight for Infinity. I'm not entirely sure why they wanted to get the Aegis so hard. First Dark Mago, Blinks in the mid, then up on the Ancients. It was about to expire within like a minute. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why they were so stuck on killing him there. Brought the game back to pretty much even. And we said Morphling can definitely pop off in this game. And Beastmaster's popping off as well. With all these auras, BKB almost done for him.
Is that, you know, we kind of felt this from the last game. Is that Infinity feeling like they're back in it? Because it was about a 9,000 net worth lead.
Yeah, exactly. It was a big setback for Radiant. Of course, it's not like the late game is weak or anything, but this really gave Infinity a shot at this game.
Yeah, it definitely did. So we'll see how they continue on with this. And if they want to fight and get Roche next time, that all stems from the fact that they do swipe that Aegis, though, right? They're able to swipe the Aegis, take that away from the side of Waska. They don't have that second life if they don't take that Roche.
Yeah, the next Roshan might be pretty game deciding. If the Morphling gets it again, it's tough for them to kill him twice. They got lots of burst damage, but after that, not so much anymore. And he's pretty farmed now as well.
Requiem off to the side. They'll jump in. They'll try to get this kill. The Static Storm is there, but the disruption saved. They go to the Flamethrower as well as the Chakram still on Costa Melee, but they can't get the kill. The Primal Roar is going to be on the Mars. Mars in trouble again. Pulverized through the BKB, killed and gone. Song too late, and Dark Mago once more does not get the arena out. They go to the Glimpse. It's on to Yadomi. They've got the Solar Crest on them onto this Naga Siren, but it doesn't quite matter. And I think that this game has been flopped on its head. Illich looks for more. He hasn't even used his BKB yet.
Time to knock on the high ground. They got the aura for the Morphling, hitting for 400 damage. They have some cute ideas that they're trying to execute, but it's never really working because Shadow Demon is there. Matthew, they have a glimpse if they can time it.
First one to break the high ground is going to be the side of Infinity, and they just slam Matthew to the ground once. He ends up dying. Serratovatos isn't doing anything. Illich not feeling like he needs to pop this BKB. And they take the center Rex.
Got it. Beastmaster, no problem. So this game completely turned on its head. 9k lead now turned into a 1k disadvantage. Infinity, they pretty much have all the items they need now. At this point, for Waska, it's going to be quite hard to actually get back into the game. They have BKBs. When Morphling has his, they have 3 total, so that Naga sleep combo is not going to do anything. Even if they were to try to do it.
So it just becomes a 2,000 net worth advantage, and I think, again, it's a little bit of the fact that Waska played too safe, maybe, and took a bad fight.
Yeah, it all started with Aegis, and then, again, mid lane, they're getting very cute, you know? Like, they're not really just trying to play it down, they're trying to really outplay the opponent. Whereas they could just, you know, take a cookie-cutter fight and probably come out on top. It's pretty hard, though, because SF opted to not go into any sort of BKB, so his stayability in the fight is not the greatest. Roshan is up. That's a big one. But they're all there already. That Mago might be on the chopping block again.
Yeah, they'll see if they can get this. Dark Mago, Matthew, Glimpse coming through. They've got the onslaught coming in. No leap because of the kinetic field, and Matthew's already dead. He's got buyback, which he might have to use just so they have the solar flare. They buy back. They go to the arena. The Static Storm is down. They'll look for the spear. Solar Flare is used, but do they have the damage? They're looking for the Requiem, but the Primal Roar is out. And SF, Song is out, but the Adaptive Strike with this Phylactery means SF is dead. And it is Infinity's game. They are going to blow up this team, and I think off that, this one has been signed, sealed, and delivered for them on the side of Infinity.
Yeah, this game is pretty over now.
I don't know. They just have let it go.
They have a ban now as well.
3 or 4 bad fights in a row for the side of Waska.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes back to, you know, if you don't have BKB and SF, you can't hit anyone. Primal Beast is Blade Mail, you can't hit him.
And he's still not getting BKB.
Yeah, I know. I know they have BKB piercing abilities, and as a carry player myself, I know it feels bad to go BKB even in these scenarios, but as I told you before, QQQ really... Ooh, Sacred. They have Glimpse for him as well. Is Shrub there around? No, in the bottom river. They should be fine. Yeah. But yeah, as QQQ told me, it's not just about those ults. You know, there's so much magic there, so much disable coming through otherwise as well. You need that stability in a fight, or you just can't do anything.
And he's still not queuing up BKB. He wants Daedalus and Satanic.
Oh, that Mago, he has no BKB if you get... Oh, he might be dead again.
3 seconds. But I don't think it matters.
They're pulverized anyway, yep.
Yeah.
But now you could, now you could. No. Morphing was also there.
Now it's just a wasted BKB.
Yeah, it turns from bad to worse for them, unfortunately.
This is a 19,000 net worth shift. Just about.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I don't think
Hey,
Taro, without BKB, his effectiveness is
Has fallen.
near 0. They
Yeah, he needs one for sure.
3 times top solo, and I think just the hesitance from Waska allowed him to come back into the game.
Yeah. No, you're completely right. Like, they pick lineups that aren't really allowed to make these kind of mistakes. You know, that mid-fight, okay, yeah, once can happen, but it happened again, and then again, and then again. You can't get away with that. Like, Morphling is way too good of a hero for that. And now, as we said, they have 3 BKBs. They have all these auras. How do you fight now? I'm not sure. Like, SF needs to somehow get space to just hit them for...
Going for Costabile, though, is it really worth
That
it?
arrow,
He's just
though.
gonna lose his Aegis potentially. But now, Static Storm pulling back Dark Mago, who doesn't have a BKB for 8 seconds again. This song has to last long enough for him to TP back home, which it does. They go to the Solar Flare. They've got the Pulverize, but it's reflected with the Lotus Orb. And now they're going to look over at Costabile. Maybe they have the damage. This is Sacred. Primal roared up. Arena down onto 2. Spear connects onto both. Now they'll look over. Costabile getting a little bit low. Blink out from Knight. They get the kill on Illich. They'll take the Beastmaster. And can they turn this around? They've got the Glimpse. It's onto the Mars. They'll go to the Adaptive Strike with this Phylactery. They will get the kill on a Sacred, who will buy back into the game. Costabile with a little bit of health, but he's starting to shift. They'll go after PP. They've got Dark Mongo in his face. They'll land the Spear. He's on the wall, but the Glimmer Cape comes through from this Disruptor. They've got the Disruption as well. PP being pretty tanky, onslaughting away, but he's rooted up thanks to the Rod of Atos that came through from Sacred, and now they'll go and get this kill. It was actually the net that came out. I mistakenly thought that was the Rod of Atos, but PP and Knight will fall. It was the net from Yadomi, as I believe that Rod of Atos was sold.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, to begin with, it was a pretty interesting pickup. But yeah, nice teamfight execution, cost them a buyback, but they're more than willing to spend that. Now being 4x down. It's actually quite unbelievable that they're only 4k ahead on Infinity. Being 4x up, because usually that's like a 10-15k lead scenario. So maybe there's a slight chance for Waska to make a comeback. They have the heroes to do so. They deal damage. But that was basically the perfect scenario, right? SF completely untouched in the backlines. Didn't need the BKB. They couldn't really get to him. But if they ever fight outside of the base, it's going to be so much harder to achieve.
Unless he gets the BKB, and again, he's not going for it. He's going for the Satanic. He disassembles the Mask of Madness, and...
Yeah, that's a decision I definitely heavily disagree with. Like, you need that BKB. Maybe it works out, but it just makes fighting so much harder for you. You need to be in perfect position every time.
That's the net that came through for a second, rooting him, I believe. Maybe I'm misseeing.
I think you are correct, my friend.
Amplify damage, top.
Yeah, if Morphin gets his hands on that, that would be absolutely brutal. See if I give it to him. Nope.
Bottled.
Yeah. But generally, like, a team like Spirit, for example, they would definitely just give the bottle to Morph.
Good chunk of
This
gold
DD
there,
morph
by the
thing
way.
is pretty nutty. What was that?
I was gonna say good chunk of gold. Scotty on Costa Biola, it was a good chunk of gold. They took the Tormentor and it was 280 each. So that actually just cut a lot of gold away from the advantage. And Ags for Knight. So he's got 2 on the Demonic Cleanse thanks to the Shard and the Ags, and then 2 on the Demonic Purge, which is gonna make these fights really difficult for Waska.
Yeah. And they already were.
And if he gets to level 25, which he's 11 levels away from, he'll have 2 on the Disruption. Also,
Yeah,
Disseminate is going to feel really strong.
Oh yeah, that spell is really underrated by a lot of people. Insanely strong ability.
Satanic
Also,
and now
AC picked up
Butterfly
on Beast.
Pike.
Pike, yep.
He's just refusing BKB.
Yeah, we have seen lots of cases of that in the past, right? Usually doesn't work out too well. There's just too many control abilities in the beautiful game of Dota. I mean, it's everything, right? You can't hit the Primal Beast because of Blade Mail. Shivas is gonna slow you down. The Boars are gonna be super annoying. You get glimpsed, Kinetic Field. There's just too many things. Like, too many things. And in every game there will be a lot of things. That's just how Dota is nowadays. How's our Morphling looking? Pretty good, pretty stacked. Going for a Kaya Yasha. Very interesting. No butterfly or anything.
Yeah, Kaya, yeah.
That AC on Beast is gonna make a big difference too against the SF.
Yep. Yep. Buyback's only Primal and Naga Siren, by the way.
Yeah. They can definitely burst heroes now to die. Like one roar, you can die so easily.
SF TP's back. They need to defend. They don't have smokes, so it's not looking like they're going that direction. Roche potentially up in 30 seconds, something that I don't think they can give to the Morphling. They've shown that they can kill him once.
Ui.
They're up here.
Hello.
Yadomi. Yadomi's under obs, and Yadomi's dead. He's the only one who had buyback for the Radiant side, so he's in that position.
Go, they're going. Well, planning to anyway. Can't really find anyone, but this Morphling with the Wolf Aura is hitting for over 500. That is pretty serious. He doesn't even need to hit the Rex. Look at the Wolf just go. I think it's crazy.
The Wolves are doing a lot. Glimpse back on a Dark Mago. He's got the BKB as well as the Arena, and the Refresher. The Primal Roar is going to be reflected with the Lotus Orb. Costa Biola is going to go in here with the BKB popped of his own. He'll back away just in time. They're trying to get the Requiem off. Nobody's dead on the side of Infinity just yet with the right hooks coming through. They go to the Refresher. Do they have the Arena again? Oh, no! Oi! Oh, Yadomi!
Arrow though? Arrow? On who?
Oh, no! The refresh for the Arena Spear, all in vain as Yadomi songed in. They'll try for Knight. The Static Storm, the damage, Sacred is shredded, gets tipped by Knight. The glimpse on the Lotus Orb, not gonna matter. Kataro is dead, he doesn't have buyback. That's gonna be the game.
That is game indeed, yeah. Massive comeback by Infinity. They almost had 2 big comebacks in a row. Of course, game 1 ended up losing still, but well done. Good perseverance, because being 9k behind in this current meta, this current version of Dota, is very difficult to come back from. Well, it's just early on they need to output a lot of pressure with this draft that they've chosen.
We'll see if they can, if they will.
Who wants cookies? Not too bad.
And we'll get a pause. Okay, so just a quick pause for now.
I gambled. You lost.
Nothing too crazy.
Caught you in your stuffies, did we?
But we'll see how long this pause ends up lasting for. It shouldn't be too long, I would say.
Probably. Unless it's one of those toilet breaks. The infamous ones.
No.
Although I don't
it's
even
a
think they're allowed to
quick
do that in this tournament.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. That was always the best. Getting ready for LAN. I need to go to the toilet. Okay, cool.
Toilet break.
Alright, now. Early game should be pretty uneventful, honestly. Maybe the Visage lane. But I feel like in Visage lanes, oftentimes you don't really kill heroes. It's more, you just bully them out and then farm. I will see what happens. Actually, a 5-man smoke. Yadomi is on the high ground. Now retreats, though. This could open up an avenue here for Infinity.
Giving Yadomi back this Naga Siren, having a little bit of confidence after what we saw in the last game in terms of just the disjointed ults, I will say, is definitely interesting.
Well, how did he know they're there? He pinged right on them.
Smoke's gonna break. And nobody moves just yet.
There are only 4 here.
As they're gonna find Sacred. And Earthshaker trying to catch up. Rocket Barrage, Boulder Smash, Fissures there. Sacred's got the first blood. Illich dies. Panda looking next. I'll place this ward down, but Panda is dead.
Yeah, well, I just mentioned how strong the early game has to be. This is pretty much the worst start they could have asked for. I'm really surprised they took that fight 4v5. And what I'm also surprised by is how they actually knew they were there, because Yadomi pinged on them while they were smoked. I don't know if they gave it away somehow, but there was really good game reading there. They were all 5 prepared, no problem. Perfect stuff.
Right. Now I'm a little bit worried. You gave up this first blood, you gave up second blood. Lanes, we'll see how they go, but that could be a huge issue. It was Matthew who got the second kill. Sacred got first blood on Illich, so he's working with an earlier lead.
Yeah, their bot lane's gonna be really strong with those 2 kills.
Naturally gets gold, yeah. Get both those kills. They were both involved in both those kills as well.
Jericho, they're dropping quite low. You gotta always be careful with Soul Assumption. It deals a ton of damage, especially with a facet.
Yeah, when it gets to level 2, it's just even more disgusting. And you gotta assume that when Bushwhack comes out for Hoodwink too, you can just maybe run at them with Scorched Earth.
There's some danger for Panda for sure. Constable should be somewhat fine, cause high armor. How's mid lane looking?
Margo's low, but he's got a full bottle still to sip on.
Yeah, no, he's doing very well in the CS department. PP is.
Yeah, 10 and 5 to the 8 and 2 of this Earthshaker right now, and eating a little bit of that slugger.
Nice dodge. We'll have to go bottom now to get the other rune though.
Yeah, just get a couple sips on that bottle. 2 sips,
detour, but
fine.
it's free CS, you know? That's another good play by PP.
Free denies, at least trying to, and keeping the wave where he wants. Dark Mago just trying to get everything out of this he can. There is obviously one mobility hero compared to what Dark Mago is giving. Top lane, again, they'll look over as the Scatter Blast hit. Under
much
the
damage
tower, Dark Mago still has another sip on his bottle, so he should be okay anyway.
Yeah, bottle is a great item.
Illich. Cookie. Kitaro. If he gets another Soul Assumption, doesn't even need it yet. Now Soul Assumption at Yadomi, but they end up trading Kitaro for Illich. I don't think Kitaro thought he was going to die in a situation like that, but not exactly great for him to go down. But they do have a 1,000 net worth lead for the moment, of course, with Doom, who's gone 1-2-0 at this point in time.
But these kind of trades are always very good for Visage. Because, of course, you have the facet that gives you bonus gold per charge. So I'm always going to be pretty happy there. They're going to go in him again and getting real.
Yeah, real in. Wave. Rocket Barrage, Scatter Blast, Illich, Cookie, and Illich now has Soul Assumption again. Is Illich dead or is Kitaro dead? The fight two of them trying to fight the Soul Assumption. Oh, man. Gets the Deluge double kill. And now bottom lane, Panda on the run. But I believe he will die anyway, and Matthew will get that kill. 6-2 for Waska, but they have lost Kataro twice.
But Naga is almost over 5. Like, his game is absolutely insane, and he can make a lot of space later on for the Gyrocopter. And good news is Gyrocopter is a hero that can come back quite easily into a game. They will have to, however, probably help with the rotation there. Because once Earthspirit is 6, he's also going to look to pressure the Gyrocopter even more.
Try and shut him down, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the only thing they have to make sure now. That the Gyrocopter gets back into the game somewhat nicely.
Knight, this might help. Reel in, and the cookie away. Now they're not going to have that to stun, so Knight is just dead on his screen. Yudomi about to hit that level 4, the Soul Assumption. They've got raindrops, but I do not know if that is going to be enough.
Well, raindrops at least are, you know, a pretty hard counter to Visage, or of course, only 3 charges now. And the cooldown is pretty low, together with that Lurker innate ability.
And I think, yeah, this is the right move. Naga Siren going to go through the twin gate? No.
Faking it.
Going to throw a ward on there. I think you could. With level 5, 3 in the Deluge, you get a net and a reel in on Costa Bile. He doesn't have a lot of mana right now, and I don't think he survives.
I think so too. Could have been a very sneaky or reel in there. Dude, that is such a long distance, actually.
It's a long lockdown in general.
Yeah, I mean, net is just a... Yeah.
At level 4, 5 seconds?
A pretty well-scaled ability, let's call it that.
Oh. Bushwhack with the Acorn Shot, Echo Slam, Scatter Blast, the damage in. They've got a couple here, and, well, this is going to be a kill for Panda on Dark Mago. They went to the Kinetic Fence instead of the Kinetic Field, and now they'll get the kill in a PP. Matthew...
Naga.
Oh, Matthew survives. The Scatter Blast doesn't hit. Here's Naga. Naga, by the way, with an amplified damage. He's dominating. It's 4-0-4. Somebody get the man out of Fusel. Get him out of carry builds. This is insane.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Like, every fight somehow, he's always the biggest winner. Oh no, the Glimpse back down.
Mago.
You had to see that coming, man. Well, he's gonna have a fun time contemplating life.
Yudomi, this is a big feed.
That's a lot of gold.
That's a
And
big feed.
oh, that was close. The cookie hits top. Gyrocopter's also dead.
Wondering if Gyro just got some of that wisdom rune with the way his game was going.
It's very possible.
Because Naga Siren's close to 6.
Yeah, Naga's super high level. Ping mid now. There's 3 heroes to get for the raid.
Back, Dark Mago. The Kinetic Fence again, making it so Mago has to go the other way, but Yudomi's already 6. That means a song will save Mago, and Bushwhack connects, Kinetic Fence again, but a little bit late, because it doesn't block the Naga in there. It was just a little late, so he leaves.
And then the classic, just walk out.
They still have 3 heroes just monitoring this mid lane.
Well, they really gotta make sure.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, Panda very dead. Just a matter of to whom. And it will be to Dark Mago.
Getting catapulted through the trees again. That animation is just glorious.
They've got the scan. It's onto the gyrocopter.
Oh, they roll.
The roll is off the mark. But the boulder smash,
anyway.
the scatter blast, the call down is there, but nobody is here. I mean, this is a good amount of damage that somebody could have come over and Naga Siren, if you want to clean up.
He's on the way, he's on the way.
Heroes.
You called the firefighters, I'm here. Shake us the two, he got Echo. And they're sitting pretty low. They're baiting.
Slam. Fissure on a 2. Illich. Soul Assumption. Doom used. They'll go for the kill on a Coastability. They get the kill on a Knight. Now they'll look over at Illich. They'll get themselves a 3rd. They'll roll away. There is no hero to block him off at the pass.
Yeah, it makes you wonder who was really baiting here. There was such a nice setup by Waska. And the other 3 players, they were pretty much half HP after the gyrocopter kill. And they were all just waiting. They're going for more? No. Should be able to reach PP.
Glimpse. Back on a Sacred. Kinetic Fence. Blocking him in. Now another
Birds.
Kinetic Fence. These are really well done. Static Storm, but you have no Kinetic Field, which means they're not locked into that.
Yep, that's down to the defense.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower.
The fence can be cool at times, but not sure it's always the right move.
Do you like the fence over the other one?
No.
Yeah, same.
Bushwhack Sharpshooter with the Fissure. But the roll away, Yadomi, I thought he was going to net and then reel in, but instead he'll do that onto Knight. They've got the Soul Assumption thrown over. Echo Slam, whoa! Move
Good
over,
night.
2-man Bushwhack into the call down roll. Hits Yadomi. The Kinetic Fence isn't going to block everybody. Waska, where was this? Where was this the whole series? They kill
There we
another.
go.
Luna's just
Yeah.
farming, but my God, Waska. 17
the-
kills in 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's the bloodthirst we've been looking for. And that's really what they're known for too. They love to play aggressive Dota. It kind of felt like in game 1 and 2 they somewhat lost that. But, you know, yes, free psychology lessons here. Sometimes when you're on the brink of losing something, that's when you regain, you know, that lost confidence. I mean, being 0-2 could also be pretty damaging to your confidence, right? But I really love the fact that they're playing really aggressively again. And hopefully, of course, game is not over yet. Infinity has made a similar comeback in game 2. But if they do win this game, I really hope they can keep this. Just aggression. If you lose, at least lose your way. You know?
As Limp Bizkit once said, my way. My way or the highway.
I couldn't have said it any better. Man was onto something.
A couple times. Mago has this Blink Dagger. No Echo Slam, but does have the Blink if he wants to go Fissure Blink and then Totem. But the roll in on the Sacred, and now the Static Storm with the Kinetic Fence. They should be able to get the kill on the Doom and Will. They'll come from behind to go for Kataro, and he's dead too. What is he doing there?
Well, that's kind of what we spoke about. They have been in a situation before.
PP?
Dark Mago.
Mago, oh, the fence. The fence. The Geomagnetic Grip silence, but now, do you go back in? Echo Slam's up in 14 if they can have this fight last long enough. The longer you stay, the more trouble it could be for you if you are Infinity. But they disengage.
Yeah, much needed too. Like, when you're a Waska, you really just want to slow down. Ooh. PP has another roll and yeah, he's fine. Yeah, so Waska's biggest problem that I've kind of seen in this series is they don't know when to slow down. You know, every time they kind of bait each other in. There are 3 heroes alive against 5, but then one hero hits a really good spell, and then the others go in again, but because they're so outnumbered, another hero dies, and then it just keeps going like that. Dark Mago in again.
Kick.
Like that.
On a Dark Mago, they've got the silence. The cookie connects. He is surviving
There's a
for a
shield
little
room.
bit.
Yep.
And he is able to blink away. They'll go for the roll. They'll try to keep up. And Dark Mago sipping up to full. Fissure lands. They've got the glimpse on a Mago as well as the Soul Assumption. Bushwhack, Sharpshooter, PP gone. Static Storm down on a Sacred who
Echo Slam
could have
available.
walked out immediately. But now the blink. Echo Slam. Do they have anything to follow it up? Not enough to kill Coastability. They lose Dark Mago instead. It's a shared bounty. They lose Knight. Now they go over for Illich. Should be able to get this kill onto the Visage. They avoid the birds. They've got the net. Coastability off to the side. They even Doom for it. That was a bit much, in my opinion. They maybe even were able to Doom Coastability if he showed his face.
Nah, I think that's the statement, Doom. It's like, get out of here.
Mago kind of throwing his life away in a fight like that, though. The Echo Slam, yeah, sure, but not amazing in terms of him dying right after that.
Yeah, he's set up quite nicely, though, for his team, so at least the Gyrocopter is really back into the game now, and look at that, Mago's net worth. He's not suffering all that much. Going into the BKB first too, which is something I love. He really doesn't need that against Disruptor. Smoke up. Radiant moving into the enemy triangle where, oh my gosh, he's low. One glimpse could just kill him. He gets out. Oh, man. But I see Matthew.
Roll in. Magnetize, kisses, all for Matthew.
Good night.
Not everything they would have wanted out of that.
Yeah. Although, they just got 1,000 gold from that. That was a massive streak. That's ridiculous. How did they get 1,000 gold for that kill?
I
It
don't.
wasn't even a big streak. It was a 3-time streak.
600 and the 369 shared.
That's... Bounty need to get reworked for kills. Yes. I took that answer for you.
Okay.
Thank you. What is Vintage building
Ags
into?
almost finished on Gyro.
Yeah.
Visage, Pipe.
Pipe.
Hey, this is starting to feel reminiscent of Waska last game.
Well, I really hope it doesn't have the same result, because 3 games in a row, if it does happen, that would be pretty heartbreaking. But I think they're still on a good trajectory in this game. No problem at all. And their late game is much better this time around. So they're actually really happy being ahead by this far. Because it's supposed to be Infinity that is supposed... that is ahead at this point in the game.
We'll see if they can keep it up. At 20-9, you'd think that they maybe would be a little bit more aggressive, but they're finding themselves being very patient again, and I worry that maybe Luna gets too much out of the map like the Morphling did.
Yeah, but the good thing for them is that he doesn't scale as much, and he won't be the strongest carry in the game. It's like Gyro, Luna, they trade pretty evenly, so it really just depends on the levels of farm and cost to build right now. A little bit behind.
Reel in on the Earth Spirit, but nothing doing. Matthew trying to get some information and some vision down. Which, looking to grab that pipe, has got 2,300 gold, so that is close.
Yeah, pipe is gonna make a huge difference too against the shaker damage.
Yeah.
Who's almost got his BKB now? Roughly 1,000 gold away. PP with the Blademan as well. Yeah, both teams are fine, just farming up for the core items right now. Doom with his Blink Dagger and 300 items are coming, or starting to come together.
Echo, Visage,
Good night.
Sharpshooter not even needed. Dark Mongo's got the damage to get the kill on the LH, who is just short of picking up this pipe.
Yep, easy peasy. With an Arcane Rune too, take that any day.
Now the question is, what objective do you want to get? And right now it's the bottom tier 1, but will they go for anything else? Any tier 2s? Do they want to set up maybe a sneak and early Roche? I doubt that, but is there anything you want to get with that kill? And unfortunately, the respawn timers this early in the game aren't that long.
Yep, just farm a little bit more. Their strong time in this game is really going to be the BKBs. It mitigates the entire damage of the Radiant. Like, BKB makes you literally immortal this game. They have no counterplay. Now, who's building for one? Doom is. Dark Margo has his. No, actually bought out on a Scepter. Okay, that makes more sense. So all the 3 BKBs will align a lot better. They told me looking for a net, potential real and 2.
They have vision on Doom here, though. They know he's there.
Yeah, it's a good ward.
Usually one I would think might be just cleaned up.
Sometimes
Now it's
the best wards are the simplest ones. You'd be surprised. Okay, I don't consider myself a great warder, but when I was warding for my team back in VG with my Invictus, Dark Margo shouldn't find anyone. Yeah, my wards were dewarded the least just because I didn't know what the hell I'm doing. You know, I just put them in like the most standard spots and I never get dewarded because it's too previous level. They would never expect it.
Tier 2 being pressured, and the response is not here yet from the side of Infinity. They've got Visage pushing top. And let's see if anybody comes over bottom. They're going to Glyph instead. Glyph comes out from both teams.
Naga giving good vision though.
See the snap fire, roll away, and they'll just give up the tier 2 tower.
Are we chasing?
They don't answer, and there's a roll actually landing onto Matthew, who picks up the arcane rune, jumping with the totem. They go to the
nice
Doom
dude.
before he is glimpsed away. The Doom lands, he jump over the fence, and they get the kill on a PP.
Good night, out of here.
Now they'll look for Panda. The fence again is not going to work out, and they'll get the kill onto this Disruptor. They'll wipe him out and kill him off. These illusions, though, TP immediately from the Luna back into the base. And
Yeah, I thought Dark
now they
Margo there
start
was
their
gonna be
attention
on a roll. I just stun him through the forest, blind fissure, cancel him too, get the another kill. We don't live in a dream world, do we? Now, what's next on the menu for them? Another 5-man smoke. What are they looking for? They know. No, they don't know they're gonna TP down. Didn't have vision. Just the wisdom rune? Okay. Maybe the tormentor too? Yeah, let's take it. I love this kind of play. 1-2 punch, and now get your own. 11k lead now. If they take their own as well, it's gonna be more like a 14k. Oh, it's a 5-man smoke.
yeah, they
Luna's
went from
BKB.
mid. They're coming around. They'll roll. They'll boulder smash. But the song now on a
think just go.
PPG. They want to go. They are slowed up. They're going to TP out and leave.
Yeah, I think it's the right decision. They're not ready to fight there.
Ooh, Yadomi losing his Guardian Greaves on his courier. That sucks.
Yeah, it's a very important item. Did that get creeps?
Now
Yeah.
they're going to go for this Torm on the other side. They've got the Wisdom Rune available.
The BKBs are now coming up as well. They're getting all the pieces they need to close out this game nicely. I like this a lot better than what they did in game 2. It's very methodical.
Just got to make sure you can get up onto the high ground and finish it. Otherwise, it's a repeat, and that's where they struggled a bit, was trying to go high ground.
When do they feel ready for Roshan is the real question. Because that is what will enable them, that high ground push that I spoke about. I think they could already do it, but they're probably a little bit afraid. They want to wait for the BKB on the... Well, Doom didn't really prioritize it. So he's quite far away from it. And Shaker isn't that close either. Should be a good time now because you control the entire bottom half of the map. You still have a tier 1 there. They don't even have a tier 2.
Just a mech, not Guardian Greaves, because of the dead courier for 45 seconds. This time, Yadomi's going to get that shard, which is really good in these fights. To have that extra heal. And the BKB is soon for the Earthshaker.
Yeah, that heal is pretty redonkulous if you think about it. It heals so much. Half HP basically.
BKBs are going to be out for a lot of heroes come the next fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big clash, and probably whoever wins that one fight just wins the game because they're gonna get Roshan, and then they just have a pretty insurmountable lead from there on out, I would say. But for Infinity, if they lose the next fight, the game's just over. They actually need to win that fight just to have a chance. They're so far behind right now. And they can't really stop the bleeding either. The advantage is growing and growing every minute.
It is, but again, feels like it's teetering on the edge. The supports are the ones who have a lot of the gold in this advantage, which is always good. But I'm worried that Luna might take over the game if given an opportunity to.
Definitely very possible. And Luna is one of the tiers that can. You literally just get into 3 tower after a fight and Rex are gone instantly. Now they're going for Roche though. BKBs are flying out. They know about it, but can they react in time? Not even trying to. Yeah, now they're just going to take the towers. They know they're quite far behind.
Take the mid-tier 1. 25 minutes into the game. And Roche is Dyer's.
Gyrocopter twice.
Because they want to work on the top lane.
Yeah. Pretty easy towers to get for them now. I don't think Infinity wants to fight them at all. Split push, get your Luna as big as possible. Try to get a BKB on your Earth Spirit, because he went Shivas first. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of that, admittedly, because of the BKBs that are going to be there on a Waska's side. The Shiva's guard isn't going to change anything. A BKB would change quite a bit, though. How about the Visage? Pipe, almost Crimson done, so full aura on him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Easy tower top. Working on his Daedalus as well.
Radiant's
Once Gyro hits
Luna.
Daedalus, that's gonna be where he hits really hard, and that might be the point of no return. If they don't manage to win a fight until then.
Kisses mid. They'll go for Mago, Fissure, and the 4-staff forward, but unable to get him just yet. Now the totem onto the high ground, and Mago survives with 130 health. They've got a glimpse. They'll go for the supports. They should be able to kill off Matthew, but he gets invis with the Glimmer Cape. Now focusing their attention on Yadomi and just getting that. They'll look for the roll. They'll try to get Matthew, and he's going towards the Gyro. You're going to want to be careful. But Gyro used cooldown, so he doesn't have that at the moment. And they've got the geomagnetic grip. They have the vision. They'll get the kill on Matthew, TPing out as the gyrocopter. They just don't get Dark Mago. It's clean, though, in terms of dying for Infinity, but not clean overall in terms of how their spell usage was.
Yeah, and I would wager it's actually not a terribly big loss for Waska, because they got 2 towers. They got 1 to 2 left. Map control is massively in favor of Waska now, and you don't really have any space in the map to move out anymore freely. Once the supports respawn, Nagasiren can set up a fight no problems. Also going for the Blink Dagger again.
top tower is under attack.
Now Doom's
That
BKB's up.
Daedalus.
Daedalus is up, yeah. That's all the pieces you need. Now it is go time. The high ground defense of the Radiant is okay, but it's not amazing.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
See where they go with this, because again now they're trying to force bottom, trying to go high ground, something they struggled with. This is actually the lane in which it happened in.
It's falling fast though.
It is, and they've got this Aegis, but they need to use it well.
They got 3 BKBs again. BKB in this game is literally immortality. Luna is not outputting enough right click damage just yet to do anything about it.
Call down used, and that'll cut across the Visage. Soul Assumption comes out.
They're solo health already.
Moment, still trying to get this set of racks. Roll in, the attempt is there. They'll go for Kataro. They're going to actually push him back into the base. They go to the Doom, and they'll throw that out onto the Earth Spirit. They get the first life out of the hands of this Gyrocopter, but can they get the second with the BKBs being popped? Doom has not killed this Earth Spirit just yet. They'll get the kill on a Panda who has buyback. Mongo's deep in the base. That Doom does finish off the Earth Spirit. The Fissure on a 3, Blinking, Song, and the Kinetic Fence. He has Echo Slam, but can't position himself into the right spot. The roll hits, and now he's unable to TP out. They go to the Eclipse. They get the kill on Yadomi after the Song. He's got buyback. The TP attempt here from Matthew, but he's going to be stunned up and killed off afterwards. He'll try to sharpshooter out. They also get Dark Mago. So you get a Ceterax over bottom, you get a couple of buybacks, but it costs you 3 lives, and is it going to be enough to continue walking forward this game?
Well, it is what Infinity needed to do, buybacks, to get a couple of trade kills, but it was a very expensive defense. Lost your barracks, as you said, couple of buybacks too. If those heroes die now, the game is pretty much over. So overall, still very much worth it. And I think it was pretty well executed the way they fought. Maybe they didn't really have to dive, but Infinity kind of forced the hand. I like the fact that Infinity, when they defend high ground, they don't just sit back. You know, they're really trying to force arrows out. If they just wait, Gyrocopter will just take your Rex for free, and you're not going to gain anything. Luna is getting quite big now too, though. Same number for the Gyrocopter. Daedalus is almost ready. And when that item is out, his damage is going to be high.
Yeah. See Mago going for the TP, but the roll and the
don't have Shaker yet.
And they found themselves this hoodwink, but can they get these kills? The call down comes through. And slam on a Costabile, but is it going to be enough? Static Storm comes in. They get the kill on Illich to look over Costabile, who's trying to TP out. The damage, oh, whoa! Just survived.
I think there was a mishit because of the Elven Tunic. That 16% really playing a big role there. Yeah,
that was close. A lot of damage from Doom.
Well, Visage wasn't the one that bought back, so he's not dead for too long. Shouldn't be able to get too much here. Get the last T2 tower. Map is getting smaller. Windows are getting tighter. At least there's still some game to be played. He needs that Daedalus though ASAP. He really needs that damage infusion. They have no damage outside of him. How's the Earthspirit looking, BKB? Yeah, somewhat soon. How confident is Waska in going high ground again without the Aegis is the question.
Yeah, they lost the gyro pretty early. The first time.
Yeah, probably wait for Satanic. Then it should feel a lot better about it.
I'm not sure if they'll go before Roche. It's up soon. Might as well just get Satanic and go to the Aegis. There's no reason to force it. The timing doesn't exactly matter if you could just wait 2 minutes.
No, you're right. They could definitely play Slum without the game. Because that one also is going to have a nice banner.
Costabile kind of understands that though, so he's farming near the Roche pit.
If it is a quick spawn and Waska is a bit lazy about securing the correct area, it could just go to Infinity if they're right there and planning for it.
Shard for Sacred, so he'll have that heal with his Scorched Earth. And Courier for Costabile going to be taken out, as that was the Demon Edge.
Oh, that is actually absolutely massive.
The Demon Edge isn't dead. It's just that would have been the Demon Edge.
Yeah, but getting out of the base is very difficult at this point in the game.
I think they're smoking, and they might even, they've already written the line to just go to the secret shop.
Yeah, he needs that item. No way around it.
Let's see. Scan, kind of understanding where they're coming from, and
it's a bit scary for the Luna.
Them. It really is. It's going to be a minute till Roche respawns, and he'll pick that up. He doesn't have a TP for another 10 seconds, though. Roche up in a minute, and the side of Waska inside their jungle.
One minute for the Roche. It's going to be incredibly tough for Infinity to fight, but they have to, I think. They can't really afford to give another Aegis to the Gyrocopter.
Right.
But they're smoking up, they understand that too. Now it's time to go and find them. What do you do though against BKB and just TP? Nothing much. If they even found a single target, but they're all together. I love that movement. This time around, they're not playing games. They're kind of giving up the high ground, though. They really want to probably play around there.
They're off to the side. A lot of teams like this fountain area to fight at.
And okay, counter smoke.
Back up. Panda. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. The totem jump was right on a Costa Bile. They'll go to the Eclipse. They've got the Static Storm down with the MOUZ. That's on the Luna. Now they've got the damage coming into the Familiars as well as the Luna. Echo Slam dropped off. Sacred Panda both dead. Soul Assumption being thrown out, soaking a lot of this damage. They didn't get the kill to the Luna, but now they'll work on Illich, who is just surviving a long time as Knight ends up dead to Dark Mago. Finally, he's back up to form, and they should be able to get the kill. The Soul Assumption not doing enough. Kitaro gets the kill into Illich. 3 heroes dead on the side of Infinity right when Roche respawns.
Yeah, making it look super easy, and that was probably the last chance they've had. Now with the Roshan banner and Aegis, it's going to be incredibly difficult to mount any sort of defense. You can't even kill the creep wave anymore. Gyrocopter is looking absolutely unkillable with that Satanic. The fight actually started out quite nicely.
Yes and no. I think the totem that dropped down right on the Luna was a little bit of a shock.
Oh yeah, for sure. But the Luna Glaives actually almost killed 2 heroes. But they got the Doom out on her, and of course, once the Luna is doomed, there's no HP regen, there's no life leech. Nothing much you can do. That is really the strength of Doom nowadays. It's just a targeted A ult that lasts quite a bit longer. And it's basically just an anti-carry spell in a matchup like this. Alright, high ground, round 2.
Mid with an amplified damage.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be not that fun.
No Eclipse for 13 seconds. Still is BKB now. And there's the amplified damage with the flat cannon, the gobble up, the spit out. The second time we've seen it in this series.
Yes,
Totem, though, looking for the roll back to leave. They've got the glimpse on a Matthew, but that's not much value. As this Aegis call down used. And they've got the stun with the fissure. They go to the totem, they hit the roll, they'll kick him into the base, and now they're trying to get this with the Static Storm. Dark Mago unable to drop down the Echo Slam, or unwilling to drop down the Echo Slam. They go to the song, that'll heal him up. And now you no longer have the Aegis. Magnetize was used.
The out? No.
Onto. They've got the glimpse. Yadomi's dead. And another high ground attempt that does not go right for Waska.
Ooh, this is getting a little bit dicey. Now they're the ones on the chase. I don't know what it is.
Scan.
Okay. Yeah, the high grounds, they look so, I don't know, scared. You know? And then there's always like some sort of panic movement. Ooh, you gotta be careful, because Infinity is coming for you again. And we all know what Luna does. Like, she can kill thrones so fast. You cannot allow yourself mistakes like this.
They have a way to
running.
Far with the Ags again picked up by the Snapfire.
Okay, they're not gonna give up any kills here. That's very important. Snapfire Ags, yeah. That could be game. Well, it was a game changer right there.
Dire's middle tower.
Okay, not losing too much. That's good. Now it's time for round, well, 3.
First time Lotus on Hoodwink. Ogre
It's a great Lotus
totem
game.
for the Visage.
You just want to buff up your gyrocopter.
And just pushing it down mid right now.
I think that's what they need to do and want to do, but yeah, let's see if they can mount another defense like that, because the last one was pretty easy. Gobble up Earth Spirit on top of gyrocopter and go. Oh, Butterfly is done for him though. This gyrocopter is an absolute monster now. Imperious to magic damage pretty much. And of course, all that evasion against the Luna is going to be absolutely massive.
Luna going Scotty also has this Ancient Guardian. So 2,000 range of the in Ancient, not their Ancient.
Yeah, it's pretty good for base defenses for sure. 100 damage is no joke. Octarine picked up on Shaker.
Silver Edge next.
Who is?
Luna.
The Luna. Oh, wow, really? Well, that's the problem. Satanic doesn't work against Doom. But do you want Silver Edge over Butterfly? Or maybe even MKB? Because I feel like you just need to burst heroes, you need to kill heroes. You can never win a drawn-out fight just because of Doom. Interesting.
I guess we'll see.
Waska saying hello again. Oh, they're so scared to go up. There might be a glimpse coming there. It is. Okay, no.
Just saying hi for now. And I think that we're in it for the long haul. I think they're gonna wait for Roche. I think there's no reason for them to go high ground again.
Well, yeah, the late game is better, so in theory that's right.
But again, this is Waska's biggest issue, is not pressing the advantage appropriately.
Yeah, it's definitely closing out games for them. That has been haunting them this whole tournament. But that's a big issue of a lot of teams that we've seen over the years. Like, it is probably the hardest part of Dota. Getting a lead is great, but what do you do with the lead?
Right.
Because as hard as it is to get a lead, it's very easy to lose a lead in Dota. Like, incredibly easy.
In a patch that, truthfully, feels like it's not easy to lose a lead.
Yeah, but, you know, a little positioning mistake here. You lose your life. A little bit of friendship syndrome there. You lose another life. Suddenly the enemy gets the Aegis. It can snowball so quickly in a game like Dota.
Certainly can, and we are seeing them, yeah, kind of committing to this. We're just going Feroce movement. And we'll see if this Luna Costa Bula commits to this Silver Edge.
I hope not. I think it doesn't do much for him. I would love to see MKB or Butterfly. Like, you just need to be the damage for your team. Because once you're doomed, it's a very attractive option to just try to run away. But I think in this game, he's required to just stand there and actually hit through it. He will die. Yeah. But he's the only real damage source this team has. Through BKB. Without him, they're nothing.
Another Tormentor, this time Shard for Gyrocopter, so we'll have a little bit of extra damage with the homie missile upgrade if it is able to do what it wants.
Oh, it's
you
the
gotta
rocket
think
barrage.
that Costa Bula isn't just dead set on Silver Edge, right?
Nah, I don't think he's gonna buy it. Although it might be like some sort of regional thing. Because even last game, he loved to go that Silver Edge on SF. For no apparent reason.
Ags aplenty here. Ags for the gyro. Ags for the snapfire. Going Ags for the Earth Spirit, maybe to kick somebody into the fountain.
Nope. Axe and Earth Shaker. The list goes on and on.
No, that was it. That was the last one.
I mean, for now.
Definitely for now. And Roche will be the longest timer.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes, which means dire territory. So Costaby isn't buying out, which means he's at least considering. That's good.
Yeah.
And he's 25. That double beam is also pretty painful.
Certainly is. And they smoke up. Maybe they're not going to wait for this Roche. As they do end up taking another tower here. There's no outer towers remaining. You lose a fight on Waska as they get the kill on a Panda. And this could be a problem.
Yeah, if there was an early Roche on spawn, would definitely go to Dire, but luckily for Infinity it wasn't. But how did they
now
regain...
this goes top, so it's an Ag's Blessing.
Yeah, But how do they regain that area? I don't think they can. The creeps are constantly pushing in. Didn't spawn yet. So Axe Blessing, who does that go to? It's not that good on Doom.
I mean, that's assuming that Waska get it. I'm not going to make that assumption anymore.
Well, I think they should. But yeah, as you said, maybe not. I kind of like Hoodwink, to be honest. Naga's pretty good. The BKB and Snare. Or you can also reel in BKB targets. That's pretty neat. Imagine trying to run away as a Luna. You get netted and pulled back in.
Would be pretty rough, truthfully.
6,500 gold now on Luna.
Disruptor wants Axe too, so I mean, there are certainly people who want it on Infinity.
If Disruptor get Axe, that's like a recipe for a comeback. It's the strongest Axe in the game.
Just
Probably
we
quite
should
a big
have
margin.
kinetic fields, truthfully.
Yeah, true. His kinetic fence is kind of grieving his ambitions. 20 seconds for the rogue spawn.
It's got the extra static storm duration. It's not till 25 that you get that extra radius. Maybe the 20, the extra kinetic fence duration will be better. Still feels a little bit rough though. Roche up in 10 seconds, and I mean, I don't think that Infinity need to exact to contest it. They've shown that they can take out the Aegis very quickly and reliably. But I would like them to see... I would like to see them contest it, because I just don't think that they should give it up. I think they've shown that they can win these fights.
It's just a tough area to fight into, but as you said, they're very comfortable just staying high ground. It's just a question, at what point is the advantage so much that you just have no chance to fight, no matter, you know, how good your high ground defense is? Or is there a point even? Don't give it to the Doom, I don't... Alright, he ate it. Cool. Screw you, supports.
Basically. And still no buyout for Costa Biola either, with 9,000 gold just about. Visage has that Hex. Blink Dagger for the Snapfire if they choose to buy out on it. Ags getting closer and closer for Panda as well.
Well, we've said it many times, but it is go time.
And he sold his Bracer to get it. Well, to get the point booster.
There's a Hex and Visage, we haven't really mentioned that, but that could be pretty important. Minus 5 second flag cannon cooldown now too. Amazing 25 talent.
Roll in. They've got the kick. They'll have the Hex. The damage coming through. They'll go and thought about the Doom for a second, raise their arms, and they just lose this Aegis.
How does this keep happening every time?
Static Storm, Kinetic Fence. They go to the Eclipse. They'll look for the Song. The Kinetic Fence perpendicular to each other. Not easy for him to get away just yet, but he'll finally pop the BKB. They go to the Soul Assumption. The cooldown's going to be used, and they've got the kill onto Yadomi.
Oh, they're going to for a gyro
Gobble up and snap up this Earth Spirit to go for the gyro. They get the kill with the Lucent Beam. They'll take out 3. They've lost 2 so far, making a 4th with Matthew falling as a fissure comes in from Dark Mago, but this is going to be a glimpse. Echo Slam. What?
He definitely thought he got
jumping away with the totem.
Yeah, he's out of there.
And that's a 4 for 2. No buybacks used yet, but you know Luna can push very quickly. They're still trying to find the glimpse vision on him.
Oh, they got him.
They got him. Totem attempt. He'll try to get this kill. Fissure on it too. Panda is alive, gobbled up and saved. And it's a full team wipe here for Infinity.
And mind you, there was no item purchased at all until the Luna had throughout his orb. We see it here again. They can't just always let the gyrocopter die like this. We also see, of course, Disruptor selling his entire inventory for that axe upgrade.
Structures are fortified.
Coming into play here, can't BKB on a gyrocopter. Nice try with the sleep to save him, but of course the chase potential of the range is so high. But this initial life, it's not supposed to be thrown away like that. Like, you gotta
No.
get something for it. But every time, they don't even use any BKBs, no cooldowns, nothing really. And then, of course, the Luna splash damage here. Man, the Rexes are just going down, too.
Tower is under attack.
Top Rex is also gonna go down. If you don't buy back, top Rex, wait, you don't want to buy back.
They don't want to. They're just gonna concede these top set of racks. The game is, in my opinion, Infinity's favored.
Alright,
BKB.
I'm just saying.
And if Yodomi had that Axe,
Exactly, I was about to say it. Like, the Doom Axe just is not very impressive. And he actually is going for that Silver Edge on Luna. Okay. Okay.
well, he still has
Still has 12k gold.
12k gold.
Yeah. Alright, now, the problem is...
Where did all this money come from? Did he sell? What did he sell?
Just boots. I mean,
Oh my God.
dude, after the team fight, he had 12k, and then he got like 2 sets of Rex. So, yeah, he's rich. Moonshot at least. Like, you gotta spend your money.
Yeah, I think you gotta spend your money.
Because right now you're 24k gold behind, basically.
They don't really care about this butterfly on the gyro.
Yeah. No, but what could Luna get that's really like game changing? I still think MKB, like, you're gonna shred the gyrocopter.
I guess, yeah.
Question is, do you really need that Scar D? Because I feel like it's not doing too much for you. Zelda gets some more damage. Moonshot for sure.
I think you keep it. I don't know. Ag's Blessing. Might as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think so, at least. Yeah, there's the Ag's Blessing. Thanks for listening.
You're welcome.
Doesn't... Really? Yeah. This Luna has 42,000 net worth. This is insane.
His weapon was good.
They found Pee-Pee.
Oh, they found...
And they found Kataro. That is well worth the price of admission.
They're both
going to buy back. They've got the song. It's on to this Luna who is going to try and stand their ground. Static Storm. And this is the Ags that comes into play from PP that's going to keep Coast of Ely safe. They go to the Lucent Beam. They've got the Hex. The Echo Slam comes out, but they're going to kill the Sacred. They're going to look for the Refresher and the Echo Slam once again. But the damage just isn't quite enough. The Fissure. Now it's a full line. But you got to wonder, are they going to finally finish off this Luna? They will. It's Kataro who gets the kill, but he has buyback.
And uses straight away.
BKB is going to run out on Kataro. He is in trouble. The Ogre Seal Totem from Yodomi to try and get some distance. It's Dark Mago the save again with the Fissure, but it's not going to last long enough. Yule's up into the air, and they will eventually kill off Yodomi.
They have no buyback on the Doom. This might be game. It's going to be a 3v4 defense, but in a scenario like this, Naga Siren doesn't offer too much at all. Did Luna buy out on anything? Something is flying to her. Rapier again. It is time.
Rapier Gaming. We've seen
Naga's
it before.
back.
We'll see it again.
Okay. So this is... You gotta be slow. Oh my god, the visage! Alright, he's fine. He's fine.
He's fine.
I thought there was another sharpshooter coming, but he also doesn't have the axe. And they're going back. You can't go back after purchasing his rapier, surely. They are.
Do they just want Roche?
Well, that's still quite far away,
It's
and
close.
your base is
It's
getting
close enough, though.
Okay, they saw the rapier on the Dire side, I believe.
I don't know. They
Maybe he didn't
were
show
in the
himself,
Silver Edge,
actually.
and he wasn't trying to show. He got behind the trees before he threw the Lucent Beam. I'm not sure that he showed.
And so you
Alright, now that's some
Have
damage.
we seen the Doom come out yet? With the
No.
the Ags?
He was about to doom the Luna, and then he just died to Glaives. I know we have not seen the Axe doom yet. He has a refresher now, though. So he bought on the refresher. No buyback scenario for him as well. That next Roshan is going to be absolutely game-winning, probably, if the Luna gets it.
Now he showed.
Yeah. Yep. Now they know he has a
He
rapier.
certainly showed. Still 15 seconds minimum, but I'm going to go on the assumption that this is going to be 2.5 minutes away. Just because
I'm
it's
gonna
been every
say
time this game.
25 seconds.
Fissure. That was an easy
Alright,
call.
2 minutes.
BKB, they'll go to the Doom, onto the Visage, and they will get this kill. He's got buyback, though. That's why he's in that position.
Kind of threw his life away, though. Again.
No BKB for Mago, though. He's got Refresher. He's fine.
Yeah, he does have Refresher. And the Octarine shot, too. Oh, sorry, Octarine core. And they're still waiting here.
Dire's middle tower is under
Buyback, of course, available, but it's a longer TP towards the outpost. Oh, they got the Luna.
PP doesn't have buyback, and that's what concerns me.
Yeah, the
He was gonna be
Luna.
popped here by the Luna. They're trying to get the gobble up, but the AoE is going to be too much. They go to the Static Storm. They're trying to get the kill on the Luna, but they've got PP who enchants him and kicks him away. This is going to be the Eclipse drop down. They'll get the kill on Kataro. He doesn't have buyback. Oh dear, what a save from this Earth Spirit. They'll go for Matthew. Geomagnetic Grip. They've got the silence. They'll look to get the kill onto the Hoodwink. Meanwhile, on the back lines, Dark Mago trying to get away here and take their attention up, but they should be able to split and get both. Soul Assumption on the way. Dark Mago falls, and now they'll go for Matthew. They'll take out Thor. No buyback on anybody. What a save from PP. The PP is big.
They need to know they have no buybacks. This is game over right here. Go right now.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what they can do. Nagasaki can't.
And they call GG.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
just eliminated Waska, came back from a
Unbelievable.
30,000 net worth lead,
Yeah.
and won
Radiant
2-1 in this series.